The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
French Kisses there by Alan Caddick. Imagine such a thing happening, an explosion in your mouth into a party in which everybody is invited. My name is Iain Lee. Who are you?
Catherine Boyle.
This is the Late Night Alternative, dear listener. You can listen to us on DAB, download the apps or go to talkradio.co.uk, or by some crazy freak way. And Amy, if you could please zoom out ever so slightly, we are streaming the video online. It's a great idea. I wish I'd thought of it.
It's not happening on YouTube.
Okie dokie.
Someone needs to press play and record, please.
Have we got a blank taping, guys?
Because we couldn't put it on while you played the song.
Okay, the song is finished, guys.
It's too hot for radio.
Too hot for radio. Alan Caddick, welcome to the show.
Hiya, Mark.
Hello, sir. What have you got for us?
I'm a bit confused from last night, actually.
You're a bit confused from last night, my love. Pourquoi? Y a-t-il 20?
You know my local team, Birmingham City? They went in their home ground for Coventry to play at, and they've drawn each other in the FA Cup. So why Blues the away team when the home team is Ronaldo for Coventry?
Two things. One, I can't understand what you're saying. Two, I think you're talking about sport, which is basically you might have phoned up and spoken Chinese to me.
Well,
don't say it again.
Local sport.
I don't
to
know.
To you?
Local sport.
To you?
To the Birmingham West Midlands area.
The Birmingham and West Midlands area. Yes, it's very local. To everyone else, who cares?
Well, Birmingham City they're a great team anyway.
What is going? Have you got a sausage roll in your mouth?
No, they had the Christmas #1 last year.
Oh, for goodness sakes. For goodness sake, what's going on with that boy? Good evening, dear listener. The Late Night Alternative. It's a late night phone-in show, unlike any other phone-in show. We're not going to have any Brexit tonight. We're not going to have any Big Ben's bongs.
No one is, by the looks of it.
That's the most ridiculous story. You know, people are like starving. Right, you know people are starving. You know this, Catherine, in this country people starve to death. You know some kids are going to school without breakfast. You know that there are some elderly people who are being forced to stay in hospitals for months because there's no one to care for them. But
but the bells
will make it all right. Let's spend £500,000. I know in the great scheme of things it's not a big difference. It's not a big amount, but £500,000 to ring the bells to symbolise Britain sliding off the edge of the cliff into financial ruin and oblivion, or great success, depending on whence you come from. But I mean, wow, that's the big story. There'll be none of that. There'll be no Meghan Markle and her husband departing these shores. None of that. We'll just have a laugh tonight, can we? What day is it today? Friday?
Wednesday. Let me just see if it's scheduled in for Laughsville. I think we can sneak a couple in, yes.
It's Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me?
It's been Wednesday all day, turns out.
It feels like a Thursday at worst, Friday at best. I've got another 2 of these to do once I got this one out of the way. Yeah. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call, whether you're listening to the radio, watching us online, whatever. It is, it's a phone-in show. It really is. So you can leave comments on the videos and stuff like that. But you know what? Tonight, I ain't got no interest in them. Ain't got no interest in them, my partner. It's your phone calls that we're after. Lots to talk about. Cilla Black, novels, pasties, and Brian Blessed spouting the usual old guff. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to Thomas. Good evening, Thomas.
Hi, Ian. It's Thomas from Monday.
Hey. It's Thomas from Monday. That's his surname, by the way, guys. Thomas from Monday.
It's actually my favourite, Thomas.
Yes. How you doing, ma'am?
Good. I followed your advice.
What was my advice? I didn't tell you to go and beat everyone up with nunchuckers, did I?
No,
Thank God for that.
You said it'll all be all right in the end.
Yep. And now we've reached the end. How is it? Oh, he's gone!
Oh.
Maybe that was him. Let's get Thomas back, because I was keen to talk to Thomas. Thomas is a really nice young man who was struggling at Big School, what we used to call Big School back in the day.
It's a big transition, isn't it?
I don't think he's doing that. I think he's staying a boy, but it is Big School is a huge change to making one's life. It's a tough thing. I was terrified and I got beaten up, and so I learned to beat other people up. That's how I dealt with it. Not the best way to go. It would transpire. Not the best way. I really hated school, and I had a terrible, terrible time there. And honestly, I behaved appallingly. Absolutely appallingly. Thomas isn't picking up. Thomas, give us a call back a bit later on when you're ready to have a chat with us again, my friend, and we will talk to you. 0344 499 1000. I feel like pressure because the cameras are on us. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It feels like people are watching us, which they are.
I'm sitting up as straight as I can.
I don't know. I feel very, how do you English say, under the thumb, under the pressure, to be doing the greatest show.
Well, just ignore them and just do your thing.
Yes! What does jawohl mean? Ja is obviously yes. Vol?
I think it's
jawohl?
Like, isn't it like from like willing, like gladly?
Yes, gladly.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Vol. Jawohl.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. Mm-hmm. I would love to. My dream. This is my people say, "What, Ian? You've been in movie, you've been in TV series. I have been in movie. You've been in TV series. You've won awards, radio shows, all of that stuff. What is your dream? Have you got any dreams or ambitions left?" Very, very simply, the only ambition I have left is to do an entire 3-hour show, Auf dem Deutsch, in German. It's the only ambition I've got. And I'm working towards it.
Ich kann nicht mit that zu helfen.
See, I don't know what that means. That's the problem.
I made it up. I mean, it's kind of German-ish, but I only did it for a year.
I think you mean Germanic. But I haven't got the skills. But one day, dear listener, one day, I fully intend to do the entire show in German. Here's what we've got tonight. Catherine and I are going to talk a load of old nonsense, and you're welcome to join in. We'd also like to know the best... Oh, no, hang on a minute. Well, I was going to do something really important tonight, and I've completely forgotten what it was.
Well, you played ZZ at the top.
Yeah, that was it. I'm obsessed with that ZZ song. I can't stop singing it. It's even taken over the Dua Lipa earworm.
No, come on.
Yeah. French kisses. Let me give you... It is like, two 16-year-old boys who tried to write the sexiest song they know based on everything they know about sex.
French kisses?
And that's it. That's all they got, man. That's all they got. 0344 499 1000. I'm going to be honest, there isn't really that much in the newspapers today. It's a dry news day. It's boiling hot in this studio for some reason.
Love it.
Very tempted to... You're wearing a jersey.
Wearing a jumper dress.
Oh, okay.
It's winter.
Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take a break. When we come back, boom, we're going into the show. All guns are blazing. I'm feeling discombobulated because the cameras are actually working and we are streaming live. And that is genuinely... Isn't that funny? That's genuinely, partly because I know who's watching, but that is genuine. That's what I'm scared of. It is genuinely making me feel a little self-conscious. That's what it is.
Right, well, let's have a break. You have a word with yourself and we'll get back.
This is Talk Radio.
Moonlit musings from mums, madams, and meat packers.
Oh, never mind, I must have misheard.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. My favourite bullshiner in the world, without any hesitation.
Brian Blessed.
Oh, God, I love that man. What was the story he told about being in a park?
Oh, yeah, he saw a pregnant woman giving birth in the park. And, of course, I leapt to her aid. I pulled the infant from her.
He did, yeah.
And then I bit my way through the umbilical cord.
He chewed through what he calls the umbilical cord, which seems to me... nonsense.
Did he tell the story about going to the toilet on Everest and it flying out because of the wind and then landing in his hood?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he... but what's great, I mean, he's got to be 90, 83. He is the best self-published... He is fake news.
Yes.
Before fake news became a thing. Mm-hmm. He just goes out there and says it with such conviction that half the people go, yeah, that's true. The other half go, well, it's not true, but I don't mind.
But all the journalists write it down.
I love it. So here's what we got today. Booming Brian Blessed loves himself more than his own wife and daughter. The 83-year-old who shares daughter Rosalind with his actress wife Hildegard Neal.
Yeah.
Who's Hildegard Neal? It's a great name.
Mrs. Blessed.
Okay. Says he can't wait to see himself in the mirror each morning. Asked if he ever felt uncomfortable out his body, he said, "No, I love myself more than I love Rosalind or my wife." Oh, he talks quite a bit here, hang on. "I look in the bathroom mirror, and I'm a cross between a Yeti and a gorilla, but I love it." The big-voiced Flash Gordon star also revealed his shock at being asked to join the Cats musical when it hit the West End in 1981. He said, oh, jeez, I wish I hadn't started this now. I've set the precedent. "My agent rang up and said that, now we find ourselves in a quandary. Because he's now going to quote his agent. So, do I do Brian Blessed's voice? Do I do the agent's voice? Or do I do Brian Blessed doing the agent's voice?"
He would probably do the agent's voice.
So I have to do Brian Blessed doing the agent's
voice, yeah.
Okay. He said, "My agent rang up and said, they want to see your first thing, so-called Cats."
What?
They want... How would... my agent rang up and said... I'm trying to do... Like, this is the 80s, so I'm not stereotyping, but I am a little bit. I'm trying to do a slightly camp theatrical agent as being voiced by Brian Blessed.
Right.
So this would be like 1980.
Blessed wouldn't care, he'd just plough in there.
He'd go full camp.
Yeah.
"My agent rang up and said, oh, I want to see your first stage show called Cats." I mean, that's like offensive to everybody. "I said cats, effing gorillas maybe, bears."
Bears.
Rosalind, also an actor, that's the daughter, has penned The Delights of Dogs and the Problems of People, which covers such subjects as divorce, stalking, abusive relationships and eating disorders. The 44-year-old said she based some of the content on her own experiences, which Blessed said he knew only a little about.
Wow. I imagine it's quite hard to get a word in when your dad's Brian Blessed.
I was sat in a foyer. Well, I was because I texted you. I was sat in a foyer and Brian Blessed walked in and we're in a voiceover agency, and I was thrilled. You see famous people all the time in this business. Earlier on I saw Mark Goodyear, but Brian Blessed walked in. You could just feel the air being sucked out of the room, and there was a gravitational force pulled her. He was eyeing the room up for a woman about to give birth.
Yes.
No doubt. But I love a bit of Blessed.
He's a force of nature, that's for sure.
Yeah. 0344 499 1000. Now, we are streaming the show online today if you want to have a watch. It's a great idea. I wish I'd thought of it myself. But isn't it funny? Now, maybe this is just a coincidence. We've got no phone calls. And I wonder. That was something when we streamed the show a lifetime ago that we found that the novelty of watching it seemed to somehow slow down the number of calls that come in. Now, I didn't listen to James's show because I was busy prepping this, and I feel honest, me and Kath were patting ourselves on the back a little bit. So I don't know. Did James get many calls, Amy?
Around about the usual amount.
Around about the usual. So it's,
but it has gone down since Christmas in general. So
has it?
Not on the 10 till 1. I'll have thee know.
Here's what I found when you start going on streaming sites and doing the visuals and that. People start talking to each other rather than us.
Yeah, there is that, isn't it? On Twitch and YouTube and things, it's easier to communicate immediately with other people. I mean, it's the future, and we have said this for the last 6 years, because we were doing it at the other place. 7 years. It is the future, because very few people listen to this on a radio. You know, I've got a DAB radio in my bedroom and I don't really use it. I listen to stuff on my phone, which means I can listen to radio stations all across the world, podcasts, I can watch Twitch, I can watch stuff. So if I know there's a visual element to it, well, then I might as well have I fall asleep quite often listening to the radio, or more recently, watching streamers on Twitch. But I have the phone face down and I fall asleep listening to it. So,
Right.
I don't know. It's the future. I mean, the radio box itself, that can't be around for.
No, I was thinking
much
my
longer.
11-year-old is getting to the age where I was listening to late night radio.
Yeah.
And, you know, this show 2.0 is probably more listener friendly to a younger listener. Not, you know, it's still a late night show.
Late Night Alternative 2.0, guys, welcome.
Is it time? And I was thinking, why am I buying her a radio? It's going to be obsolete. Well, she's going to get a phone soon enough, and then she'll be listening on that, won't she?
Yeah. I'm really sorry because my 10-year-old who just turned 10 got a phone for Christmas.
Yeah.
And he got it out in front of your 11-year-old.
Yeah.
And there was a real,
Yeah, you know why? Because she's like one of the last ones in her year to get a
Right.
phone. I've really resisted.
Yeah.
I don't think she needs one. Next year, when she starts walking
Yeah.
a longer way to school, that's when
Boy
we'll
doesn't
bring
take
the
it to
phone in.
school. Boy doesn't take it to school.
Well, the school encouraged us
What?
to give them phones, yeah,
What?
so that they, you know, if anything were to happen and they'd need a lift or they need us to pick them up or whatever.
That's
it's
nuts.
about 2 miles to the high school from my house.
That's insane.
I know.
The kids, I don't think, are allowed to take school phones to school.
Well, here's what happens at the high school: they take the phones and they have to leave them in a box and pick them up at the end.
Okay. No, my son is great, right? He's a great guy. But he doesn't take the phone to school. Isn't obsessed with it. He keeps leaving it lying around. Keeps leaving it, like, in the kitchen or something, and he'll go in the living room. And I'll hear it pinging, and it's me that's getting annoyed. Not annoyed, that's an exaggeration, but it's me that's getting slightly frustrated, because I can hear it pinging, because he's getting messages, but he doesn't have the Pavlovian reaction of, there's a ping, I've got to look, there's a ping.
Because he's still thinking of it as something that is for him to use for himself, rather than something that he needs to serve.
Yeah.
Which is what happens to grown-ups, isn't it?
I wonder. I don't know. I was going to say, I wonder if it will be different for this generation that will have always had handheld technology with them. I do think there is something about holding things, and I'll tell you why. As a drug addict in recovery, right? When I was just a stoner, I would always walk around the house with a skinning up board. So it was a little bit of cardboard that someone had painted, and it had Rizzlers and it had tobacco and it had weed or hash on it. I would always carry it around so I could just sit down in front of the telly and skin up. And then when I progressed to cocaine and became ravaged by cocaine, I'd carry a Coke. It was basically I'd carry a CD that had rolled up tenner and a wrap of Coke. I would just carry it around with me. And I've really noticed that the reason I'm saying this is not to make light of that, of course, as regular listeners will know, but the carrying around of the phone around the house, going from room to room, to me, is exactly the same as carrying around that CD that's smeared in cocaine and got a rolled up 20 in.
I've noticed it with you. Like when you go to the loo, you take your phone.
I do. I really, really do. It's that thing of, I need to hold this. We got loads of calls. Dan, Lee, Alistair and Danny. I'll come to you in a second, I promise, but the old engines are starting to kick in. It's exactly the same thing. It's an addictive thing of, I need to have this just in case. Just in case someone says something on Twitter about me, just in case. And it's the same thing with the skinning up board and this Coke
So
CD.
it's an emotional prop. It's a crutch.
Well, I don't use it to walk on. I mean, it's not really big enough.
How about if I get you a blankie?
Oh, I'd love a blankie.
I'd love a blankie.
Oh, I'd love a blankie.
I never had one. My parents are too no-nonsense.
Oh, I used to love my blankie. Oh, my blankie. I love a blankie. Let's go to Lee. Good evening, Lee.
Oh, bonjour, monsieur. Hello, Catherine, my favourite.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's Lee.
It's creepy Lee.
It's Cockney Lee.
Yep. Just two quick things.
It won't be with you, mate. It won't be with you.
It'll keep on. If you keep batting in here, I didn't get a bell the first time that I rang.
Okay, well,
get a bell.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
but you got a right Cockney knees up, which is better than a bell, surely.
Okay.
You don't get a bell now. The bell is only for long-term listeners, first-time caller.
Now, I don't speak French, but I'm going to give it a go.
Okay.
Okay. I have a 10 square centimetre fist. And if that Daniel weighs up anymore, I'm going to run it down.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. I thought we had Kat here on the line there for a second. Good evening. Good evening, Dan.
Hi, hello. Hi, Ian. Hi, Kath.
Hi, Dan.
I've listened to you for about 3 years, and this is the first time I've ever called in.
Get that bell out.
Hang on.
Hang on. That's for
amazing. But we met at the Rabbit Hole in Manchester. And,
Prove it. Prove it, Dan. Prove it. Prove it.
I was the man that was on stage with you, and I said my fiancé thought you were a prick.
Oh, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I remember that. Gosh, wow, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. Jeez.
You're welcome.
Can I take that bell back?
I actually wasn't... The reason I was calling up was about Brian Blessed, but you've then gone on to a topic which was even more fascinating, but...
Do you not know how conversations work?
No, I don't.
Well, you can go back to stuff that we've talked about.
We're going to go back.
It's not linear. We're not analog. We're digital.
Brian Blessed...
So it went better than I thought it would.
Is Grampy Pig in Peppa Pig.
He's what?
Brian Blessed is Grampy Pig.
Okay.
In Peppa Pig, and I found this out the other day.
Right.
And he gets like £1 million now for every series of Brian...
No, Brian Blessed does not get £1 million for every series of Peppa Pig.
I don't know the factual.
You're thinking of The Simpsons, where the cast from that get $1 million an episode.
Wow.
Hey, Brian Blessed does not get £1 million per series of Peppa Pig.
He may have claimed that.
Yeah, he would have said it.
Brian Blessed probably did, as he was like giving birth to a child.
Yeah.
but helping the child give birth. But I was actually listening to you about the whole social media and holding on to things.
Yes.
I was diagnosed with anxiety about 6 months ago, and
you still could put a break. Okay.
It's fascinating how you say about holding on to things.
Yeah.
I can't put my phone down.
Yeah.
Because I find myself having to constantly look at social media and see what people are saying and see what people are saying around me. Also seeking approval as well about everything that I do, and it's quite scary that social media can have such a hold over a person's life.
There will be. I've said this for years now, and we're really close to it. I bet it's happening in California right now. I bet. There will be, like, we have 12-step meetings for alcoholics and drug addicts and overeaters and gamblers and sex addicts and sex and love addicts. There will be some form of social media or technology or phone addicts anonymous, where you will sit in a room and you'll go, my name's Ian, I'm a phone addict, and I managed to go all of yesterday without looking at my phone and going on Twitter, and then at 9 o'clock I just felt this anxiety and I had to go on and I looked at it and I just feel awful. That's what's going to happen.
They already sell dummy phones. You can buy like a block with buttons on it, so that if you need to have that thing in, you can.
No, but I know they can, but that's not going to do anything. That's not going to do. I'd rather have a blankie, or like a Tommy Tippy.
Because I tried going cold turkey. I tried taking myself off all social media for quite a while, and it didn't work. I found myself wanting to get...
You can't take your... When you say you took yourself off it, did you delete your accounts?
Yeah, I deleted Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
But you have a period of grace, don't you, of like 90 days or something, where you can reactivate it simply by logging in.
So with Twitter, I had to create a new handle because I'd gone outside of that time.
Okay.
You can just reactivate it. But
that's the same as me going to my dealers, guys, please, I'm done, I'm out, thank you so much, but I'm done. And then a month later you get a text saying, Ian, I know you've given up, but we've got some amazing stuff in, right? And for you it's half price. And you go, well, it would be rude not to. Half price.
Yeah.
It has been proven that these things do the same things as Class A drugs. They fire off the same things in the brain, the neurons, the neural pathways are programmed to create pleasure. You can change the way your neural pathways are programmed. And they're programmed right now for pleasure. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. We're like rats in a maze who know at the end of the maze there's going to be a little bit of grain. And we're all heading for that little bit of grain. And then we get the grain and it's unsatisfying. That's where we're at, Dan.
No, it's right. I understand why social media is there, because in the industry I'm in, I'm away for a lot of the year.
So
it's good to check in with family.
No, it's not.
Exactly, they're up.
No, it's not. Phone calls, letters, and emails.
No, you're right, and we should be more. We should be writing more. We should be emailing more.
Yeah.
But we're not. It's so easy and so quick for us to take a picture of the child doing whatever and upload it to social media. It's so quick. It's so instant.
Yeah. Dan, listen, nice to talk to you, man. Thank you very much indeed.
I wonder whether people ever wrote drunk letters and then regretted it in the morning. You know, because like the drunk text that everyone's probably done and wish they hadn't.
0344 499 1000. My thing this year, a little bit before this year, is to take more care over my texts and my emails. Because when I text, I'll allow spelling mistakes and bad punctuation and shorthand and stuff. And I really have been trying. It's an effort to take, particularly more with emails and texts, but with texts to a certain extent, to not abbreviate. So you can send an email saying, yeah, I'd love to do that, cheers. And I'm trying to make my emails, saying that I sent a really brief one today, but I'm trying to make my emails more like letters. Not long and lengthy, but more of a, hey, thoughtful. Steve. Yeah, hey, Steve, thanks for that. I really appreciate you asking about that. It's interesting. I think I'd like to do that. When were you thinking? Hope everything's great with you. I'm fine. All the best, Ian. Do you know what I mean? Instead of a what? And I did one today that was, yeah, could be up for that. Where and when? That's right. That's lousy. That's lousy. So I'm going to, for tomorrow, all I can do is keep it in the day. For tomorrow, I am going to send texts. The plural of text, and emails is that are better. Danny, James, Alistair, stay there. We'll come to you in a bit. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative. You can listen on DAB. Download the app. Go to talkradio.co.uk, or if you go to the Talk Radio page on YouTube, I guess YouTube, you can watch us as well in all our heavenly glory. This, dear listener, is Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Let's go to Danny. Good evening, Danny.
Hello, lady. Hello, man.
Lady gone to get water.
Oh,
man thirsty.
Gone hunting for water. Aqua. Lovely.
She's gone hunting for water. Oh, you just reminded me of a sketch in Sesame Street where there's a woman in the desert. I think it's Maria, and she's in the desert and she's desperate for water, and she's going agua, agua. And there's like a guy with a stand in the middle of the desert. He's like, I'm really sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Agua. And so she mimes swimming. Right? I saw this 40 years ago. She mimes swimming. And he goes, I know what you want. Yeah, got it right here. And he pulls out a pair of flippers. And it keeps cutting back. And by the end of it, they're surrounded by like tons and tons of equipment that he's obviously thought she meant. And he goes, look, I'm really sorry. It's really hot here. Do you mind if I'm just going to have a quick drink and then we'll carry on? And then he drinks the water and goes, right, now, let's try again. What is it you're after? And it made me laugh when I was a kid, and it's made me laugh today. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was on Sesame Street?
That was on Sesame Street. That's pretty advanced, isn't it?
Wow. I mean, they must have been smoking some good stuff back then.
It's a cliche. It's quite a druggy show tonight, but it's a cliche that kids' TV programmes are written on drugs, right? It's a cliche. But I once had the great pleasure of interviewing Johnny Ball, right? And I did that to him about Play School. I said, come man, you guys must have been on some great drugs. And he said, well, Johnny Ball, talking about Play School, he said, well, funnily enough, the floor of the BBC that Play School was written on and was produced in the early 70s absolutely stunk of marijuana.
Wow.
So that cliche of those kids' TV shows, God, they must have been smoking some... Play School, Johnny Ball told me they were. They were all off their nuts.
Which window? Take your pick.
Who cares, man? There's the old Bill out there. Anyway, Danny, what can we do for you tonight?
I only rang up. Hello, lady, now that you're back. You missed that part at the beginning.
Oh, what a shame.
Out of context, it sounds aggressive, but in context, it was really charming, actually.
I only rang up for one thing, and then by listening, I've now got four things. So stop, mate. Cut me off when you've had enough.
Okay, thanks for your call. So, it was too good.
It was. I opened it up there. So this new streaming thing on YouTube, it's a magnificent idea. Where did they get it from?
I don't know, Danny. If only I'd thought of it, huh?
It was inspirational.
We got an email today saying this is what we're doing. And I went,
oh, explain that to us.
What? Anyway, you can watch us on YouTube. Apparently the picture quality is astounding. I'm going to need just a little bit of housekeeping. I'm sure it's been tested. I really want to test the dump button in a bit.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I really, really, really want to test the dump button because I don't want to get caught out. Shall we do it now, Danny?
Oh, if you want. I don't have a potty mouth, but I can try.
No. We're not going to use a swear, just in case.
We'll use a safe word.
We're going to use a safe word, safe swear.
Oblong.
No, don't do it yet. Have you got the YouTube feed, the videographic feed, up?
I do.
In front of you. You have it, right?
I certainly do.
Okay. So, turn the audio on so we can hear it.
Okie dokie.
There we go.
And there it is. So there's a delay that suggests to me.
What is it? Hang on. What is it saying?
You're shouting at me, don't do it yet.
Okay. Oh, so it's not that. It's about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start counting, Danny, and then we're going to work out how big the delay is. You tell me.
Talk Radio is saying, don't do it, Ian. There is no dump button for YouTube.
Well, why don't we find out on air and make it a little bit of fun, guys? I don't know. Could we maybe try and get a little bit of content? What do they call it? Content out of this? Would that be possible if we do our show? Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Jeez. Okay. Well, that's kind of ruined the entire little bit.
I would like to know what does happen.
Oh, jeez. Well, absolutely nothing would appear. Thanks so much for ruining the entire bit, guys. There we go. That was a fun little bit of... That was fun. Thank you, Danny. It doesn't work.
Excellent.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Buzzkills. Jeez. I tell you what. Here, can I just give to anybody, when we're doing our show, we've just been nominated for 2 awards. We know what we're doing, okay? This ain't our first radio. Let us do the show. Everybody else, get out of the way. Thanks very much indeed. Danny, what was your other point?
It's not your first rodeo.
It's not my first rodeo, Raymond.
That's it. More awards. Well, you need a longer contract.
Well, get to the point of this call before I cut you off.
Oh, bloody well do. Right, old radios. I had a sad time last week. I have got 2 Pure Evoke radios, digital ones.
Yeah.
And I put them both on eBay because I don't use them anymore.
Oh. Okay, well, thanks for that call. If you want to get some cheap radios, Danny's got them on eBay. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
No rules nocturnal nattering for nightbirds, nurses, and Nosferatu.
All right, cool.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Good evening, James.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Very, very well, James. What have you got for us tonight?
Good. I don't know why I'm sharing this now. It happened last year, and it's totally irrelevant to anything you mentioned today. But
beautiful. This is why, for those who are new to the show, and we're getting new listeners all the freaking time, this is what the show is. You can phone up about absolutely anything, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get on. I'm
glad I'm the exemplar of that.
You certainly are.
So I was at the Royal Albert Hall last year to see Art Garfunkel, and here's a little.
I believe he sounds like this now. But I'm burning like fire.
That's Bob Dylan.
Oh, Bob Dylan. One of the worst concerts I've ever been to in my entire life, Mr. Dylan.
He's got the voice of an angel still. Anyway, so a little life hack at the Royal Albert Hall is if you get any old crappy seat, you can just go down and sit next to the stage because they never sell the seats directly next to the stage because it's restricted view, but it's actually the best seat in the building.
Hang on, whoa. You're saying if you buy late or cheap, you can just go and sit at the side of the stage and no one's going to boot you out?
No one expects that kind of jobbery.
I once got a box at a Brian Wilson gig, me and my friend Spencer, and we had pretty decent seats. We went to see Brian Wilson at the Royal Festival Hall, and we looked up at a box, and there were these 2 drunk men in the box. It's like really rocking out, man, and wigging out. And they saw me and they recognised me. I may have spoken to them before. And they kept beckoning us up. So in the interval, we went up to the box. And we said, have you got tickets for a box? And they said, no, it's just empty. And so we're in the box. Admittedly, one of the guys was so drunk he urinated into a pint glass. But we were sat in a box having the time of our lives.
That's the thing. The more posh the venue,
yep.
the less
the scummier
stuff.
No.
So the scummier you can get.
Yep.
So I sat next to the stage and I thought, awesome, this is what I do for every gig, because, just get a £15 fun in the gods and just work my way down.
Yeah.
And so I was, we were waiting for Art Garfunkel to come on the stage, and I've always had a pang of, guilt or, self-awareness when I'm sitting next to the stage that I shouldn't be doing that. And this bloke kept looking over the barrier, and I was thinking, oh, God, I'm in trouble here.
It was Paul Simon, and he was angry that you had a better seat than he did.
Well, he kept looking at me, giving me evils. So I said, what do you want? And he just kind of ducked out and ran away, and I was like, that was strange. And it was Art Garfunkel.
What?
It was Art. I was expecting the kind of young Art Garfunkel with this nice plume of, pretty blonde hair.
Oh, he's bald now. The hair you see is a wig.
And he was giving me evils, and it was Art Garfunkel, and I shouted at him. And
hang on a minute. Why was Art Garfunkel giving you evils?
He was probably, I thought he was giving me evils. That was probably me just being paranoid.
And you scared him away? Like a timid little field mouse?
He probably thought, there's, someone under the age of 50 in my crowd. That's nice.
There's someone under the age of 50 in my crowd. That's nice.
So, that's my secret shame, and it's taken me 6 months to come out with it, and I'm...
Wow.
I feel better for having...
Here we go. No, thank you. You're in a very, very safe place here, James. Tonight's phone-in, thank you for that, is...
Thank you.
Have you ever scared away a pop star or a celebrity? 0344 499 1000. James, thank you. I'm trying to think if I've ever scared away a celebrity or a pop star. I must have. Ben Elton held a door open for me once when I was about 13. Don't think he was scared. Must have done at some point. We'll find out. We'll have a little think. Good evening, Alistair.
Hey up, Ian.
That was a very relaxed. Hey up. His shoes are off. He's farted in my living room. Hey up. Nice to hear you, man. How you doing?
Can I just say, you both look absolutely magnificent on TV.
Oh, I forgot you can see me. There's me picking cookies out of my teeth, and you can see me. I do apologise. Do apologise.
Well, you look very well, and I love Kath's hair colour.
Thanks. Actually, it needs redoing, but I appreciate it. Hey, I was just out in the corridor getting a bottle of water.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw our friend Rebecca the cleaner.
Yeah.
And she said, don't take this the wrong way, but you've got a lovely big bum.
Oh.
Oh, you've got a lovely big bum. Yeah.
And I went, thanks.
And noticed.
Thanks. What else can you say to that?
Well, to quote Cat Stevens, I like big bums and I cannot lie, but...
Very sweet of her.
That's very, very kind of her. That's very kind. Alistair, what can we do for you as we celebrate Kath's big bum?
Okay, well, now you were sort of talking about how addictions come out in different ways.
Yes.
One of mine is I like watching documentaries, sometimes serious and controversial ones. Okay?
Yeah.
So I've been watching this one about, Peter Ball, the bishop.
Peter Ball, the bishop?
Yeah, he was done for paedophilia.
Okay, I don't know that one, but okay, yeah.
So it was all on this Channel 4, BBC 4 documentary called Exposed, the church, how the church sort of hid his crimes, which is a kind of recurrent theme through a lot of the Catholic and Protestant church such. And apparently, former Archbishop Carey, this documentary said, and it's all in the public record, so I'm not saying anything that nobody else knows, when he'd had the initial accusation about Peter Ball, he accepted that the police had to give him a caution, but then he had 15 letters from other people saying that they'd had a family member that had been allegedly assaulted by Peter Ball as well.
Yes.
But he didn't give them to the police.
Well, here's the thing.
For 15 years.
Here's the thing. That doesn't surprise me. Because the Church of England and the Catholic faith have known about this stuff for decades. We know that nuns used to physically, sexually, violently abuse orphans in the 50s and before. We know that priests have raped young children. We have, last time I say the R word, but you know where I'm going. We know that it has happened from the lowest member of the clergy to very, if not the highest, very, very close to the highest. And it seems that these priests, very rarely do they get the punishment that is deserved. They might get sent to another country, they might get sent to another county, and that's it. Here's the thing, right? You got your idiots like Tommy Robinson and stuff outside courts where it's brown men, the Muslim rape gangs. That's awful, right? That's awful. That's awful. Go and protest outside a church. You know, go on, when the next time the Pope's over, go and do a protest there as well. That's why people, going off a slight tangent, that's why people think that those protests are racist, because they only target the brown child abusers. And I'm not in any way, I have to say this because some people are thick, I'm not in any way defending those vile child abusers. But also, you've got, if you're going to go for one colour, you've got to go for all the colours. Yes, the lots of the church, not all of it. Lots of the church is corrupt, and some really, really awful things have been done and have been swept under the carpet just to keep things flowing nicely. Thank you very much.
In this case, the guy was given accommodation on the Duchy of Cornwall land by Prince Charles.
Oh, yeah, they were mates.
Yeah, and then George Carey, who was at the time Archbishop of Canterbury, allowed him to continue officiating as a priest, but he wasn't allowed to still be a bishop. He could still celebrate the Eucharist, but he couldn't ordain clergy or confirm.
It's all bent.
Make a decision.
It's all crooked. You want? Here's the thing, right? Once you are, I believe in rehabilitation. I believe that we should do all we can to help child rapists and paedophiles and abusers, to help turn them away from their desire to molest children. But I also think they need to be kept away from children, and they need to be severely punished and dealt with. And there's a cover-up, man.
So, anyway, I did a little bit of a facetious thing after the documentary.
Yeah.
Because Lord Carey is now in the House of Lords.
Yeah.
Lovely. So I emailed him.
Oh.
And I just said simply, sorry, mate, I don't think you're going to go to heaven now.
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. Wow. I'm surprised you didn't start with A-up, but that's a tough one to spell. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Well, I mean, he probably won't read it, but, you know.
No, but here's the thing. He might. A lot of these people actually do get their own emails and social media. So he might. Someone will read it. But you have sent that. I'm getting big into this at the moment. You've sent that energy out into the universe. That energy of that email exists in the universe, and it didn't exist before. You have made, in some small way, you have made a stand and you have made a change. Well done.
Okay. Well, look. And by the way, congratulations on your noms.
Oh, thank you very much. Nom, 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 nom. It means we can eat food.
Catherine Boyle nominated for an individual nomination?
She's nominated for the Big Bum of the Year award. Listen, we've deliberately not gone on about it because it's boring for people, but this show has been nominated for 2 awards in the Radio Industry Awards. This on top of the Britain's Best Radio Show of 2019. We are Speech Broadcaster of the Year and Moment of the Year, which you guys can vote for. We will let you know how you can vote for the Moment of the Year. But brilliant. This show gets 60,000 listeners. We're up against a show that gets 12 million listeners. So you go do the math. But, it just says, I think it just says Iain Lee. It just says Iain Lee. You know Alistair. I know. Everybody listening to this show knows that means me and Kath. That it's my name above the door. But Kath produces the show. Kath is the co-host, along with me being the co-host. So she is part of that. If we win, we're going up on stage together. If we don't win, then we're going to slag off the industry while smoking fags together. But even though her name is not on the award, we all know that it's a joint thing.
Absolutely.
Just press the dump button. Flying solo down in Acapulco. What you got, Boyley?
I have got loads of stuff here. Hang on.
Now that's what we call a holding screen. That means she hasn't got anything in front of her.
Taking pictures in galleries shouldn't be allowed. Naked bikini. Instagram foot woman. Woman's battle to death with a snake.
Oh, we've got to do an Instagram in a minute.
Yeah, we have.
We'll do
so
it.
take your pick. Or Naked Attraction, looking for new people.
Oh, do Naked Attraction, because that's my favourite show, which you have gone off of, and I consider that to be the greatest betrayal of our friendship.
I've gone a bit willy blind, to be honest. I've seen so many now, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Naked Attraction is looking for new singletons to strip off for Channel 4.
Tell people what the show is, because we watch it. This is why we didn't hear James's show. We were watching Naked Attraction. There you go.
Right. Imagine... what is it? 6 naked people in a shower cubicle.
Yeah.
But instead of pulling the curtain back, you kind of raise the door. So you go, basically they go foot to hip.
Yeah.
So you see the genitals first. And then you decide which one you don't like so much. You get rid of them.
Yeah.
Then it goes up to the boobs. You decide which one of those you don't like. They disappear. And you end up whittling down just on the basis of whose privates pique your interest.
Yeah, and then the chooser is clothed until right at the end, and it's the final two. Then they come out naked.
I mean,
it's never.
It's very scientific.
Well, they couch it in all this scientific. We wondered if this was the best way to find true love, but no one has ever. That's like season 5. No one has ever found true love. They always end up hating each other because it's a stupid way to find love.
Yeah. You can't go Willie first.
Anyway, go on. They're looking for contestants.
Of course they are.
Get a pen and paper.
I've noticed they've been doubling up. Sometimes the people in the cubicles have about 3 goes and then they end up being the choosers.
Yeah.
So, they can't be rolling in applications. If scrolling through the same old apps and disappointing dates as the Daily Star isn't getting you any closer to finding you the one, it might be time to try something a little different. And by a little different, we of course mean standing in a box as studio lights slowly reveal more parts of your naked body in front of the entire nation on TV. And here's the other thing. Some of these people are like primary school teachers.
Well, some are primary school teachers. There was one her kind of set-up VT was her in church singing in the choir.
She was filthy though, wasn't she?
She was awful.
Anyway, so, bear in mind, actually, some of them I think are a bit young for it. 19-year-olds.
Well, there was a boy that was on that was 18.
Yeah.
And I thought that was inappropriate.
I mean, that's there forever. I mean, both things are there forever, but the footage is there for people to consume online forever. If you're yet to experience the show, and it is an experience, one singleton whittles down potential dates after gazing at and discussing their birthday suits in great detail. They don't just discuss it.
Sometimes they flick it.
Yeah, and one bloke put whipped cream in a belly button, didn't
he? The woman was putting custard on bloke's tummy today and licking it off.
We have watched the entire... I mean, we were appalled, but we watched the entire thing.
I love it.
Then they put their clothes back on and head to a fancy wine bar. As you can imagine, it leads to some interesting viewing. Like the time fans were weirded out as men... I mean, it's going back to that episode. Men swung their penises to church hymns, or when a brunette called Kate stunned with her confession about dogging. After Channel 4 issued a call for more brave souls to whip their kit off in front of the cameras, there was a decidedly mixed response in the replies below. One potential contestant needed little moral support, tagging their mate and writing, "I will if you will." A second hinted she wouldn't be filling out the application, replying, "Not in a million years." A third simply questioned, how does anyone get taken seriously in their job after appearing on it? Well, that's true.
Yeah, that's the thing. They must pay you, though. I reckon you get about $1,000 for it, which is a lot of money to people.
Yeah, I guess.
Some of them are kind of like Big Brother wannabes as well. There is that.
Yeah, they are. And you can tell some of them are going on as characters, hoping to be picked up for other shows. And that does happen, let's face it. Often
that's
I'm
like
watching...
Dick and Dom.
Is it?
Steph and Dom.
Not Dick and Dom.
Steph and Dom were on...
Come Dine, was it?
Four in a bed. 4 in a bed. Then they're on Gogglebox. Then they're on here, and now they're not. That's showbiz. We'll get more of this in a minute. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow,
here we go.
Find what I call home.
Yes.
Until tomorrow,
oh yes,
I'm free to roll.
Ba-dum, 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 ba. 3444991,000. It's a late night phone-in show, unlike any other phone-in show. And then we're not going to sit here and scare you. Excuse me, that may have been terrifying to some people. I do apologise. I'm going to tell you, ate duck earlier. We're not here to scare you. We're not here to stir up hate. We're not here to frighten you. We're just here to have a laugh. We're just here to have a laugh. That's what it boils down to. And if you're feeling a little bit lonely or a little bit lost or a little bit depressed or a little bit drunk or just a little bit out of the loop or a little bit lonely, we're here for that as well. Can we get Dave back, please? We're here for that as well. You can give us a call about absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000. I was just about to go to Dave. Dave waited all the way through the news, all the way through the littlest hobo, but he could not wait through me speaking and setting up the top of the hour. Couldn't wait for that, Catherine.
No.
I'm Iain Lee. I stole some strawberries and I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. And Catherine stole some strawberries from Tesco's.
I'm quite happy to buy them. I mean,
oh, I'll tell you a funny story about that in a minute. Something funny happened today. Good evening, Dave.
Hello there.
Hello there, Dave.
How you doing?
Okay, what have you got for us, Dave?
I just wanted to say, I love your show.
But
you
want to punch me?
You're wrong on the grooming gangs.
How long you been listening to the show for, Dave?
I've actually had to phone up 3 times, and I've been listening to the show.
No.
For about half an hour, but it was my third phone call.
Big fan of the show, and you've been listening for a whole half an hour. Gosh, wow. You must be really familiar with our back catalogue. Big fan of the show, Kath. Nah. Been listening for a whole half an hour. What was I wrong? What did I say wrong about condemning the grooming gangs? What bit about me saying that it was awful and they deserved to be punished was wrong? You think they should be let off?
When I say I'm a big fan of the show, what I mean is I listen on YouTube. I love it. Like all the videos. Like last year, there were so many funny videos last year that I was listening to, and I mean this. I mean, honestly, you are literally one of the funniest guys on like YouTube or any kind of.
I am one of the funniest guys on YouTube. Which part of me saying that I despise the Asian grooming gangs and I thought they should be prosecuted and punished and kept away from children was wrong?
I just thought that you were trying to. There wasn't an actual like a reason why these girls were being like targeted.
Right. You said you said you disagreed with me on the Asian grooming gangs. Which part of me saying I despise them and they should be punished and kept away from children? Which part of that do you disagree with?
The fact that 19,000 of them are young white girls and they were being targeted by predominantly men.
Okay, so you agree with what I said then?
If that's what you said.
This is an unfair fight, but do you know what? You stepped into the ring. I'm going for a KO. So you agree with what I said?
I'm in the ring. I want you to KO me out.
Okay, you haven't even got any boxing gloves on. You have no idea what I said, do you? You just heard the phrase, Asian grooming gangs, which I don't think I actually said. You heard that and it was like a Pavlovian reaction, second mention of Pavlov today. You started salivating and you had to reach for a phone and make a phone call, right?
So you didn't say Asian grooming gang?
I don't think I said that phrase, the Asian grooming gangs. No, I don't think I said that phrase.
What did you say?
I don't remember, Dave. You're the person that's called in.
I don't remember what you said.
You're the person that's called in because you disagreed with it.
So you remember what you don't say?
You don't... What, Dave, don't hold a mirror up to my argument like I'm Medusa. You have called in because you disagreed with what I said, but you've not told me what you disagreed with.
No, but what I'm saying to you is, you're telling me you can categorically say you did not say it's a grooming gang.
I'm 95% certain I did not use the phrase Asian grooming gangs. I'm pretty sure. But what is the point? Okay, what part of what I said did you disagree with, my friend?
The fact that the majority of the grooming victims were white.
Right. Well, I didn't say that they weren't white.
Okay, and then the perpetrators were predominantly Muslim.
Yeah, I didn't say that they weren't.
Okay, so are you saying they are Muslim grooming gangs?
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not saying what they are. Isn't it funny, Dave? Dave, isn't it funny? I was talking about sexual abuse, child rape in the Church of England and the Catholic Church, and yet you have phoned up to talk about brown people raping children. Isn't that funny?
But the thing is, I can completely condemn all of the Christian, whether it was the Pope, whether it was a priest or whoever, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will completely condemn that.
Great. Well, then why are you phoning in about the brown people? I wasn't really talking. That was like a passing comment. But you've not. Surely you should be phoning up and going, well, you know, the sexual abuse, the rape that happened in the church is awful, and I just want to phone up and say, yeah, I agree with what you said that we should be doing more to hunt down and punish these priests and these clergymen and these nuns and these people that work in the church that committed these awful crimes. But instead, you've phoned up to talk about Muslim people. I wasn't really... that wasn't the point.
That's what's good about your show is that you can talk about anything.
Well, yeah, but you've got to make sense, mate. You've got to make a bit of sense.
I know.
And you haven't so far. You've embarrassed yourself so far.
I don't think I have.
No, you have. No, trust me. With someone who understands English and has got common sense. Oh, God, yeah. No. Dave, honestly, I swear to you, you've embarrassed yourself so far. Do you want to have another go?
No, you keep talking over me. You can carry on if you want.
My name's Ian. Do you want to have another go?
No, you can keep talking over me if you want.
Okay, well, do you want another go?
No, I'm just saying to you that if we can... I can completely condemn the fact that Christian church, whatever kind of church it is, they have ruined a lot of young people's minds.
Brilliant, Dave. Then we're in complete agreement. Lovely to end on an agreement. Thank you so much indeed. Let's go to Jez. Good evening, Jez.
Hello, is that Ian?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Ian. Are you a Stormzy fan?
Why? What do you want to know?
Well, are you a Stormzy fan?
Why? Why are you asking?
Well, I think he's the modern Shakespeare of the UK. What do you think?
I think he's a great artist. I haven't really heard much of his stuff, but I like his vibe.
You've not heard much of his stuff?
No, I've not heard much of his stuff, Jez. Is this what you... Hang on a minute, Jez. I'm just going to have a production meeting. Is this what streaming on YouTube does? I've forgotten. It's been so long since we were allowed to do it. It brings out these Muppets?
I know, and the accent is interesting, isn't it?
Oh, the whole made-up accent and made-up name is fascinating. Yeah. We'll go with it for a bit longer. We've got a break in 2 minutes, so let's see where we get to. Yes, Jez?
Well, what do you think my name's made up? That's very strange. But anyway, I wanted to talk about Stormzy and his amazing lyrics. I think it's the Shakespeare of a generation.
Jez, thank you so much for... No, actually, no, I'm not going to thank you for your time. It was a waste of everybody's breath. 0344 499 1000.
He only had 2 lines to say, didn't
I know,
he?
he didn't think he'd get that
do
far.
it again.
I feel sorry for that first lad. That wasn't a fair fight, Kath. You should have tied one of my hands behind my back. That wasn't a fair fight.
If he wants to wade in after half an hour, that's what he's going to get.
He's a big fan. He's been listening for half an hour. Oh, what a world. This is the late night alternative. This is Talk Radio.
Closing time conversation for tax inspectors, taxi drivers, and taxidermists. Great big talk for the wee small hours.
You've been trolling me big time, mate. The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I don't really know what happened in the last 15 minutes. Catherine, would you mind if I just took a little breather?
Do it.
And you, hourly.
Oh.
That's how it's pronounced. We've had this conversation before. It's pronounced hourly, and I humiliated you on it.
No, you told me it was oral. I said it was oral.
Oh, it's oral. Then I'm right then.
Okay, I'm glad you remembered.
Oh, you've just got me so mixed up. I don't even know which way's up now anymore. That's your fault. Okay. God damn it. What you got?
Naked bikini.
03444991000.
Was that too much nudity? Should I do something else?
Let's do something a little bit grown up.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing more embarrassing. Do women still go topless on the beach?
Some do. That's just more skin to burn, though, isn't it?
I mean, I don't like beaches anyways. I'm not a fan of beaches. I just don't like wet sand. I don't like sand. I don't like hot sand that's too hot to walk on. I like going in the sea, but then I hate coming out of the sea, so I'd rather just not go in the sea. It's got to be a warm, foreign sea. Think working on a joke. The problem is, if you get pulled under the currency. Okay. It's just a workshop, guys. And I don't like beaches, but one of the things I've always found mortifying from the first time I went to a Spanish beach at the age of 11,
right,
up to the last time I went to a beach like 4 years ago, boobs. Big old saggy British boobs. Lovely round German boobs. Delightfully pert French boobs. I just don't like them. Don't like them out and about. Do not like, because I don't know where to look. They're everywhere. Don't like it. Put them away. No, thank you.
And that's just the fellas.
Yay! That's why we've been nominated for 2 awards. It's that speed.
I mean, the point is, right, on the beach, everyone, it's not anyone's finest moment, really, is it? So just crack on.
No. What?
Just crack on. Sunbathe.
Well, that's another issue.
Swim.
Cracking on.
Drink beer and sweat, whatever you're doing.
I don't like it.
I think what happens on the beach should stay on the beach.
And then sometimes now you go to beaches abroad and they'll have like a discotheque, like a disc jockey playing strawberry wine.
What?
There's a song. I remember when we went to Greece for like 3 or 4 years in a row. There was a song about strawberry wine. I just thought strawberry wine sounds disgusting. Strawberry. Does anyone know the song? It's like. Strawberry wine.
It will sound nothing like this, by the way.
So it will sound exactly like it.
It goes, strawberry wine.
It may have been a man and a woman. Ooh, it's like drinking strawberry wine.
Ooh.
Something like that. So I dislike that immensely. If anyone knows the strawberry wine song, please phone up and sing it to me down the phone. Thanking you so much. Catherine.
Lovely. All right, so we won't talk about the beach thing.
We won't
how
do
about
boobs.
this? An Instagram babe, this is the Daily Star, as you can tell, lifted the lid on how she overcame violent online hate.
Oh.
Samantha Marie Gangway, who's 28, first went viral in 2015 when
that's a shame. Yogurt, I think, is good for that, isn't it?
A private video she made of her talking about her life and interests were cruelly leaked.
I wish someone would hack onto my phone and leak some of my videos.
God. The beauty said, I was picked for a reality TV show and my casting tape got stolen off of YouTube from one of my haters in the car scene.
It got stolen? The car? Well, there's so much in that sentence.
I can explain. She previously modelled regularly at car shows and was a well-known face on the scene, even appearing with her beloved green Subaru on a local dealership billboard. Local celebrity, we're talking.
But how can you steal a video off of YouTube? Well, I mean, you use Clip Converter or loads of download ways, but it's on YouTube.
If it was in a private account and you were a friend who was allowed access to it, I suppose there are ways and means.
There are ways of doing it, aren't there?
Brave Samantha from Pennsylvania, US, who has over 471,000 followers
USA.
on Insta.
Okay.
Posed with her car when the clip attracted a lot of cruel mockery.
Hang on a minute, we might have the Strawberry Wine song.
Brilliant.
We might have the Strawberry Wine song. Oh, whoa, hang on a minute. Star Trek's getting very, very loud. Let's see if this is the Strawberry... Stephen, come to you in a second. Let's see if this is it. Strawberry Wine. This is... Aaron, this is a country and western song. I deliberately gave it a dancey... Well, let's just see.
He was working through college.
No, that's not the... No. That's not the song. Aaron, what a waste of everybody's time. You've interrupted Catherine's story about whatever it was she was banging on about.
A woman who was very famous in car circles.
In the US.
Yes.
A.
So the video went viral overnight. I was having memes made of me left and right with the hashtag, "This is a green car." I really want to see the video now.
No.
Even National Geographic posted a frog with the hashtag, "This is a green car." And Dodge posted a green ram with the hashtag. It was all over the place. And I honestly think I was one of the first people to go viral on social media the way I did, because I can't think of anyone else with a story similar to this.
This is a 9-year-old talking.
Despite picking up 20,000 followers quick, the attention turned ugly very fast. She continued, "In less than 24 hours, I started having death threats." Actually, they've written death treats. I don't think that's... My phone number and address was shared to millions.
Right.
Yes, I said millions.
Oh.
A Facebook post featuring a picture of her
doxing.
house. Yeah, along with a mobile number, attracted hundreds of thousands of likes and shares.
Yeah, that's called doxing.
Soon after, she lost her bar job, as well as a lucrative brand tie-in with car brands, and following a brief 5-day stint working at a car dealership, Samantha was let go. She explained, "Then I got a job working for Aldi Warehouse, and they were the only people who would hire me because I wouldn't be working in front of customers."
Does anyone know what's going on in this
I don't know
story?
who we're talking about. I don't remember this particular hashtag. She's going on as if it was
That
a big thing.
Hang on, we might have the Raspberry Wine song. Here we go. Let's find out. This is from Beastie Boy. Oh! Yeah, this could be it. We need to get to the chorus. Hang on. I'm going to jump to the chorus because
My eyes are open wide. Look what you do to me.
no, it wasn't that. It might be this. Let's try this one. Let's see if this is
I
it.
didn't know Strawberry Wine was so popular.
This is the third song. They're all called Strawberry Wine. This could be it. This could be it. Yeah. French kisses.
Strawberry wine, you look so fine.
Oh no.
Red and purple's intertwined, and I don't know when.
Nope, it's not it. It's not it. That's Aaron's second strike. One more strike, brother. You're out. You're out of the game. You're out of the Strawberry Wine sweepstake.
Strawberry Wine sounds disgusting.
So there's a lady...
Going on about how she's a lot better after this Instagram scandal that
Right.
I don't remember.
No.
It's very tough, but I did it. The companies and sponsors who dropped me while I was going viral with the green car are now asking me for my... What is the green car? I know this can't be what she wants, but what was it?
Can I just say, someone is now... Please. Someone is saying the song is called Cherry Wine, not Strawberry Wine.
Wow. You got strawberries on the
Could
brain.
someone send me a link to Cherry Wine, please? Because I'm convinced it's Strawberry Wine, but I am prepared, unlike any other radio presenter that's ever existed in the history of radio, I am prepared to admit I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, but I'm convinced it's... Here we go, hang on, this could be one, this could be it, hang on. Oh, this could be it. Blueberry Wine. Nope, that's Blueberry Wine.
Again, sounds rank.
This actually song sounds quite good, actually.
All of the time.
Okay, no. It's not summer wine. It might be cherry wine. I'm pretty sure it's strawberry wine.
It's not red wine,
No!
obviously.
No.
It's not wine, your body, wiggle your belly, is it? I remember that one.
Let's try cherry wine. God, this is awful. This is awful. But still very visual. Cherry wine, Jermaine Stewart.
Oh, isn't that you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time.
Well, then that's not the song.
No, but there's mention of cherry wine.
Right. Well, that's not the song. So I'm back to strawberry wine. No, it's not that. It's not that song. Freshly made. Everybody's really getting on my wick tonight. Catherine, back to the green car scenario.
Well, I found it online, but I don't know whether we should. Is it morally right to?
Well, she obviously wants us to play it. It's an advert for the green car video.
It feels like she doesn't want us to, but she does.
What is she doing?
Well, you Google it then, because it's easy to find.
Green. Okay.
This is a green car. Google.
This is a green car.
Second one down, you got the YouTube.
That boosted chick. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh no, hang on. Hang on a minute. I don't know. Oh, whoa, okay. Let's get this. I might have swears in it. So
Maybe not, but
Maybe
obviously.
not. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, she doesn't want you to look at it, but she's telling you all about it again and how bad it was.
No.
But she's come through it. Everyone will be glad to know. And she doesn't have the green car anymore.
Okay, let's just try this. Hang on a second. No, it's not. It's called Strawberry Wine, and it's a little... Right, this is the last one I'm looking at. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief. This is the last one I'm looking at. Here we go. This is the first one we started with. The game is over. Let's go to Stephen. Good evening, Stephen.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Kath.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen. I'm now amazing all the viewers at home because I'm listening to your call without my headphones on. That's how cool I am.
How can you do that?
It's magic. Stephen.
Wind your belly, wiggle your belly. Remember that song?
No.
No, right. You've cheered me up, Ian. I suffer from substance abuse. I don't want to bring the party down.
Stephen, listen. Get her Bieber on then. I want to talk to her about that. Stephen, listen, we've spoken before, right? And I really enjoy your calls. I really enjoy your calls. I really enjoy your calls when you're sober. When you're as wasted as you are now, I find it really, really hard work because I know that you won't remember it tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean, don't you? Because we've done this before. We've spoken, and when you're as wasted as you are, it's quite hard work for me to keep the conversation going and to move the conversation along. I don't mind, that's my job, but I put in a lot of effort, and then we've had you phone back like 2 days later, and you've not remembered the call at all.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
That's abysmal.
I'm not saying it to shame you, not saying it to bully you. I just know that neither of us get much out of this, man. And you're such a nice, charming, funny person when you're straight.
Yeah.
That to talk to you like this just doesn't feel... It's not fair on me or Kath or the listeners, if I'm completely honest, my friend.
You see, you're my highlight of the night, of the day of the night, you know?
God,
I've not got
things really are bad. Things really are bad for you. Sober up, dude. Stop taking whatever sleeping tablets or tramadol or whatever it is you're on. I can't remember. Sober up, and then we'll have a great chat. And then you're welcome on any time you want. But like this, you won't remember this tomorrow. So why should I waste my breath? We had a really nice call last week from a guy not far from you called Ewan.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you may have heard it. And Ewan is really struggling with booze.
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
He called in yesterday.
Was he for Lennoxtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He called in yesterday. He'd had 4 days off the booze, and he'd been to 2 AA meetings, and he's looking forward to sorting his life out. He is sorting his life out. He's looking forward to the rich rewards that will bring. And I would like you to also start sorting your life out and get off whatever rubbish it is you're taking. Yeah, and be the nice, charming, funny person that we've spoken to a few times.
I've been sober before, and
yeah,
you can't beat it.
No, it's the best, man. It's the best. It's the best.
It is.
So listen, go to bed.
Yeah.
Listen to the show.
Yeah.
And talk to us when you're sober.
I will do.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. Habiba.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Habiba. You know what the song is?
Yeah, Sweet Like Tennessee Whiskey.
What? I mean...
Just play it, and I guarantee you £10 to the Samaritans that I
No. I don't do these bets for charity. The money comes to me, right?
Okay, I bet you... Well, whatever I'm telling
What's it?
you now...
Sweet Like Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah, by Chris something or other. It's like
Chris
a
Stapleton.
country western song.
And is it fast or slow?
Slow.
And does it have a kind of drum beat?
No, just play it, Ian.
Then would it sound good on a beach?
It does mention strawberry wine.
Okay, well then we're going to have a listen. But bearing in mind, I said it was possibly a song sung between two people and that had kind of a dancey beat and it was a bit chilled, but okay. Definitely not that.
That I'm telling you, it's got strawberry wine in that
I don't
song.
care if it's got strawberry wine in that song. That was not played on a beach in Greece 4 years in a row.
It might well have been. It was very popular.
It wasn't the song. I know the song. I know when I hear it, I'll know it. No, it was like a sort of chilled, like sort of dancey song.
Well, they might have done a dance remix.
You're
of that song,
joking. Hang on a minute. Stay there, because someone's tweeted me. Someone thinks it might be this. Hang on. Let's have a listen to this.
It's not
a very
that.
special guest. Dr. Steve Brule is up in wine country. He's going to show us a thing or two about the differences between different kinds of wine.
You're going to like it. You're going to like it.
Babe? No. Right. Is it... Habiba, have you all got together on the YouTube channel and gone, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're gonna...
I'm telling you, Ian, it's that song, but they've probably done a dancey version.
It isn't...
I'm telling you, if you just...
The arrogance of the woman. Who is this, Rainbow George?
You will see strawberry wine on there, and then you can ring me back and apologise. How about that?
It will never happen, because it's not the song.
It is.
You're banned for the rest of the week. You're banned for the rest of the week. Hey, when you ask someone to stop emailing you...
Yeah.
And... because you find their emails boring... and it clutters up your inbox, and the last two contributions they've made to your radio show you've actually found offensive.
Yeah.
And you ask them to stop emailing, and then they say, no, I will not stop. I'm going to carry on emailing. I find your behaviour unusual. And then you write back saying, actually, I find you really arrogant. You better stop emailing me, otherwise I'm going to send all your emails to my trash. And they come back and say, no, I'm going to email you constantly. That's like harassment, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. Thanks for clearing that up. This is Talk Radio.
Dead of Night Discourse for disco queens,
I'm related to Jed Wood and Dolly Parton.
dairy farmers, and distant fathers.
Yeah, whatever.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee.
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
On Talk Radio.
Yes, great.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Very, very welcome to join in. I've got to close this because I'm looking at this young lady's bottom, and that thong has really got to chafe. Aha! Now this is the big news story of the day. This is the big story of the day. This is the big story of the day. No, that's not wrong. Hang on. No. This is the big story of the day. We got there. We're getting there. Scientists have created the world's first living robots. Living robots. Made from frogs' cells. Frogs' cells. Frogs with an apostrophe. That's frogs'.
Yeah.
You could say frogs'. Yeah, go on, sure. Made from frogs' cells, the tiny technical wonders move around under their own steam, so they're steam-powered. It's hoped the creations will be able to heal their wounds because they are made from living tissue. Top top scientist, not just any scientist.
The top one.
Top scientist. Not even a top, it's top scientist.
Oh, he is the top then.
It doesn't say the top, but it doesn't say a top. It says
like
top.
Head boy, head girl, they are the only ones.
Top scientist Michael Levin said these are entirely new life forms. They are living, programmable organisms, Future versions of the robots might be deployed to clean up the oceans. I wouldn't bother with that. Remove materials. I wouldn't bother with that. Even deliver drugs in the body. Now I'm in.
Well, I was thinking, make it bigger, cover cars in them. If you have an accident, just heal themselves, stick a plaster on it, bit of Savlon. Bob's your uncle.
We won't have, you won't have a car in 2050.
Why? What do you know?
You'll be dead. Trust me on that one. But also, I believe that car ownership by 2050 will be priced so far up the wazoo that only the wealthiest people and those that get tax breaks from the government will be able to afford them. It will be those things where you rent a car for like an hour. You know, you see all these things, you can rent a car for, like Zipcar and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really know how
Normally
it works.
driven erratically.
Yeah.
I would suggest.
God. Well, this is the thing. We all know that if you've got a hire car, you're going to burn it up.
Yeah.
You're going to burn it up.
You're going to drive it like you stole it.
Oh, mate, you're going to drive all the way up the M4 in third gear. Because it's not yours. So you might as well get a bit of fun out. Drive it like it's meant to be driven. Once their task is done, they die and decompose. Well, isn't that an analogy for life? Isn't that a metaphor? Isn't that what we're all going through? Josh Bongard of the University of Vermont said it's impossible. Oh, by the way, can we stop doing the bong jokes now? We get it. Bong, like, bong. We get it. We get it now. I've done them. Well, we get it. We're done. We're done with that. Josh Bongard of the University of Vermont said, it's impossible to know what the applications will be for any new technology, so we can only guess. A computer program starts by generating random... This is starting to get a little bit boring, but we need content. By generating random 3D configurations of 500 to 1,000 skin cells. Each design is then tested in a virtual environment, for example, to see how far it moves when the heart cells are set beating. The cells have enough fuel inside them for the robots to survive for a week before dying.
Oh.
I've no idea what I just read. This, dear listener... Oh! Someone's come in right at the last minute. This might be the Strawberry Wine song. We'll find out after this break.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
Okay, we've got a few candidates. Someone has just emailed me what they think is the Strawberry Wine song. So let me just click on that. Hang on, we're just going to skip past this. Here we go. It's the country and western song that we've had already. What is wrong with people? But then someone has said it's this. Now, this is looking good.
Oh. This sounds likely.
Strawberry wine. Yeah. Okay. Good. Long old intro. Introductions to songs are shorter now because of the shuffle factor.
Yeah.
Except on this, which seems to... Yo. I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Oh, jeez, it's awful. No, because in the song... This song is called Strawberry Wine. We've had like a dozen songs called Strawberry Wine.
Mm-hmm.
But in the song, it's like... Somebody, I think I know what it is. Hang on a minute. Just let me just Google Strawberry Wine.
It better be Strawberry Wine. If you've been mistaking your drinks and it's been, I don't know, Baby Sham or something. Incredible.
No. Here we go.
Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss.
Boost it up a bit.
It's this, is it?
My summer wine is really made from all these things.
Could be this.
I walked in town on silver spurs.
It's this.
Oh my word!
It's
Really?
this. Yeah, but I think someone's. All right, technically it's not called strawberry wine, but it's called summer wine.
She saw my silver spurs and said, let's pass some time. And I will give to you summer wine. Oh, summer wine.
I think someone's done like a dancey version. We got it. We've got the song.
This is it.
We're honing in. So, Habiba, you owe me £10.
Summer wine.
Sorry?
Summer wine. It's called, is it?
Yes, correct. So
let's have a look and see if there's a remix.
Summer wine remix. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, look, Billy Vallow.
Here we go. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Yeah. I found that without anybody's help. Yeah. Get funky now. Oh, yeah, my baby now. Pour the strawberry wine. Let's just jump forward a bit.
Wow.
This is it. This is it. This is it. Success.
Okay.
This is it. There we go. Well, that's that mystery solved. Let's go to Jez. What?
Oh, Cassandra, shut up. I'm on. Cassandra.
Don't worry, you can carry on talking because you're off. I hate people that phone up and just try and do characters that are
not very good. Yeah.
They're not very good at all. Okie dokie. Do you want to go and talk to our friend out there and ask him if he's moderating the chat in the YouTube? Would you like to go and do that?
Yeah.
Because I'm not comfortable with some of the things that are being said about nuking Israel and banning the Browns.
Wow.
Did you
cover that on the show? Or they
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. So could we ask, can that be moderated? Thank you, Matty. Can we do that? I don't know. Is that a thing? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're very, very welcome. Lots to talk about. Oh, now this is a big old story. This is a strange one, this. A lost... Now, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily the greatest thing in the world, but a lost Cilla Black song is to hit the charts 5 years after the Liverpudlian singer's death. I mean, what the world doesn't really need now... Oh, I'll take that. I will take that. Habiba, how are you going to get this £10 to me?
However you want it, but I don't believe it. Don't tell me that rubbish you played was big in Greece 4 years ago. I don't believe it, but I'm happy to pay up. Now, where do I send the money?
Well, why are you calling me a liar? Because I'm going to get more money out of you now for libel.
Because that song was not big in Greece or anywhere.
I didn't say it was big in Greece. I said...
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said it was played 4 years in a row at this beach that we went to in Greece.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't believe you, but I'm happy to make the payment.
Come on, Catherine! I'm going to F and Jeff in a minute, and I won't because we've got a video stream. So, Catherine, could you please
I
put
went
Habiba in her
to
place?
Greece this summer and they listened to some interesting selections, Habiba. It wouldn't surprise me at all that this was a hit, a summertime hit.
I don't doubt it. But if it was
Just
a big
give me
hit,
the £10.
we would have found it earlier. I mean, it's taken us about 15 minutes.
He was busy.
I don't believe it.
What's wrong with her?
He was busy building sandcastles and moaning about sand.
Give me the money.
It sounds like some kind of...
get out of here. Scumbags.
Some people don't want to believe.
Absolute scumbags. Let's go to Thomas. Good evening, Thomas.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, Thomas.
Hey.
Oh, welcome back. How you doing, man?
Good.
Good. Go on, what you got?
Thanks for the advice yesterday. Monday, it helped.
Has it helped? Have things been a little bit easier the last couple of days?
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful, good. Well, that's it. And it will come and it will go. We peaks and troughs, ups and downs, highs and lows, as the Greeks say, etsy ketsy. But ultimately, it will work out, and everything will be all right. That's life. And are you feeling a little bit more comfortable there?
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I am.
Good. What happened at school today?
Not much. The usual.
The usual lessons.
Yeah.
Learning, cramming my brain full of stuff that I don't need. Good. I wasted today, Thomas. I got a lot of little things I need to do. I need to do some washing. I need to sort out, I'm doing some filming with some friends, and I need to sort out some dates for that. And I've got to do a contract for a live show that me and Katherine are doing in Luton, and all these little things that individually, each one, well, some of them would take like 10 minutes. The contract would take about 20 minutes. I could probably do it all in 2 hours. And today I just couldn't face it. I just couldn't face it. And I just went, I did some stuff. I went to a meeting, and I came back and I played some video games, and then I went to bed, So it sounds like you've had a more productive day than I have.
Well, my maths teacher said that 50% of the stuff we're learning in school we won't use.
Gosh, that's a stat, isn't it?
There's a really clever joke in there somewhere that came from your maths teacher. I can't quite... With something like your maths teacher's wrong, actually, it's 70%. Or so, there's a joke in there.
98% of statistics are made up on the spot.
Yeah, if I could go back and shape what I was taught in school, I could make a much better use of time. It starts to get a bit more interesting when you're allowed to choose your options.
Yeah.
For your GCSE, you get a little bit more input and control over what they shove down your ear holes. But a lot of it you won't ever use, but also a lot of it you use, but you don't realise that you're using it. Like maths, I hated maths. I wasn't very good at maths, and I know that you're quite good at it. My boys are good at it. I wasn't very good at it, but I'm using maths all the time. I'm driving along, I'm judging distances, I'm judging speeds, so it's all there.
You're yelling at people when they're going over the speed limit.
Oh, always yelling at people going over the speed limit, Thomas. That's one of my great bugbears.
You're like my grandmother.
In so many ways, Thomas.
Please be quiet, Katherine. Please don't encourage this. Thomas, listen, I've got to move on, but it's nice to talk to you, man. I'm glad things are a bit better. We'll speak again soon. Thank you. 0344 499 1000. This is not what the world has been screaming out for. A lost Cilla Black song is to hit the charts.
Yeah, in time for Valentine's Day.
5 years after the Liverpudlian singer's death. I mean... Okay. Single You're Sensational is being released on download by Warner Music Group on Valentine's Day. The love song was recorded in the 70s, so probably produced... I'm going to say it's produced by... George Martin. Might have been George Martin. He was producing her around then. It was follow-up to Cilla's number 3 single, Something Tells Me, but the tapes were lost for decades. There's probably a reason. Quite often there's a reason these tapes are lost for decades. And it's hardly, new song found by the Rolling Stones. New song...
John Lennon.
New John Lennon song has been discovered. No, it's Cilla. Cilla's official website reveals the pop song's original multi-track tapes were rediscovered late last year and give...
Go on.
Oh, Kath, I don't want to read the rest of this sentence. I can't read it. And given a fresh dance makeover by Dutch remixer and DJ Matt Pop.
I knew it. Do you know, I knew it. I knew it. I knew this is what it was going to be.
Why would they do that?
You know, when they did it with Shirley Bassey, and she did the I'm coming up, she did that whole... Did she do a whole album of that stuff?
Wasn't that was like a band, though, that did it?
No. It was DJs, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was like DJ bands, the same people that... What are they called? Snake Groover?
Groove Rider?
Dirt Rider. When the guys that did the Elvis, a little less conversation, a little more action.
Yeah.
They did it for her, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were good.
So this might be good.
No, he's Dutch and he's called DJ Matt Pop. Let's find... Bit of a music show tonight. let's find DJ Matt Pop. DJ Matt Pop. Let's see if we can find something that he has... Oh, God. Okay. All right. I found a Matt Pop remix of a Cilla Black song. It's not this one.
Okay, but it'll give us a flavour.
It's Cilla Black singing Imagine remixed by Dutch DJ Matt Pop.
Let's hear it.
It that sentence is just... Okay, we're going to have a go, all right? This is already up there with French Kisses by ZZ and H. This is up there. So your hearing is not. This is real. This is Imagine, the John Lennon song, the overrated John Lennon song, actually, sung by Cilla Black, remixed by DJ Matt Pop. Here we go. He's a Dutch DJ.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Everyone just needs to just cool out. Everyone just needs to cool out. We need to get ready for this, okay, guys? I'm wondering where the beat's going to drop. Here we go.
It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky.
Hi, Chihuahua.
Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine.
Okay, I mean, okay. Well, this other song, this new song coming out is I'm really looking forward to now. Matt said, now that Cilla is sadly not with us anymore. What is the Dutch accent? Is dead, isn't it? Now that Cilla is sadly not with us anymore. To have this surface like a time machine from the disco era was quite magical.
I was going South African now.
They owned it.
I know.
The Dutch owned it.
I know.
A lush production with a full orchestra.
Oh.
It sounds fresh and uplifting. Think the Four Tops, Barry White, Gloria Gaynor, or Cilla's own Step Inside Love. Cilla died aged 72 at her holiday home in the Costa del Sol, southern Spain, in August 2015. Coming up to 5 years, isn't it? Her son and former manager, Robert Willis, said it was a real joy to find a complete unreleased track by my mum. It was a real joy to find a complete unreleased track by my mother, by my mum. I think the fans will enjoy hearing this as much as I did.
What accent's this now?
Scouse.
All right, just checking.
During her lifetime, Cilla had 19 top 40 hits, 11 top 10s and 2 number 1s. She had some great songs. Step Inside Love is a great song. Great song. And What's It All About, Alfie, is a great song. TV work included presenting ITV's Blind Date, Blinder Data, from 1985 to 2003. God. And Surprise, Surprise. Ooh. From 1984. I think it was a Kate Robbins sketch where she came out going, surprise, surprise, the unexpected hit you between the eyes, and a big thing just comes out and smashes her in the face.
She wrote that song.
Did she? Of course she did. Of course she did. Of course she did. We got to get Kate on. Did we talk about getting Kate on the show? Did we get
We've
her on?
spoken to her.
Oh, in that case,
She'll come on whenever you want.
Oh, in that case, absolutely. Of course she will.
Loves it.
Of course she will. I love Kate Robbins. I think she's brilliant. Right. Well, that's good. We know all about Matt Pop's work. That's wonderful. The switchboard is empty, dear listener. Now would be an excellent time to give us a call if you want to. 03 444 99 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. I tell you what, for the last hour, there's still that weird vibe. Let's take calls straight to air
Let's
for
do
at
it.
least a bit of the last hour. Amy, put your feet up and relax. Relax. We'll take calls straight to air. So don't call in just yet. We'll give you the number when we get back from the news, and you can give us a call then. This is the Late Night Alternative. My name is Iain Lee. That's Catherine Boyle. We are on every weeknight from now, at least from 10 till 1, only on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Guys, I want to issue an apology. I really feel I owe you an apology. And I'll probably get in trouble for this. I am beyond caring. If you've been watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Several of you have made me aware of the chat, and I've just had a look, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's racist, Islamophobic, anti-Semitic. It's disgusting. I just want to say, I think it's a great experiment putting the show on YouTube. I think it's absolutely great. I will get told off for this, but, I think it's a great experiment. And I think that streaming video with audio, I think it's definitely the way forward. But Catherine and I totally distance ourselves from everything that's being said in that chat. It's disgraceful. And I am confident that Talk Radio will sort this out at some point. I don't think it's going to get sorted out tonight. But I'm really sorry that some of you had to see some of the... I've literally just been in there because a few people have flagged it up. And it's awful. It's a great idea. Once we get mods in there, it's going to be superb. And I cannot wait. But tonight, I really suggest that maybe you just want to listen to the show while they work on that, okay? Because not in my name. That is not in my name. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Expect an email later on, guys. This, to me, saying, this is Talk Radio. Let's take calls straight to air, shall we? Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello there.
Hello, line 1. You're live on Talk Radio.
Oh, hi. My name's Jen. I'm from Sheffield.
Hello, Jen from Sheffield.
Thanks for welcoming me on. Been on hold a little while. I was about to put down, actually. So
You've been on hold for 1 minute, 23 seconds.
I know. It were a bit anxious for me all that time.
Okay. Gosh, it's not that long. Blimey.
I know. I just, I didn't want to put anyone out. I wondered if I could get your opinion on, everyone's opinion on it. It's a scenario,
yeah,
right?
Go on. I like scenarios.
Okay, so here's the scenario. You could help somebody and help support them in some way and improve their lives, and you could do it without asking for anything in return for any payment.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or you could help somebody and help them, which absolutely would help them and support them and make them feel supported and improve their lives, or you could charge them some money for it. This is the scenario.
What scenario?
In its base form.
Who's in this scenario?
In this scenario, it's somebody who needs help with a PIP assessment.
Right.
So on the one hand, you've got a group of people who are offering free recording kits for people to loan to take to their PIP assessment, to record their PIP assessment.
Yeah.
Free of charge, no questions asked. On the other hand, you've got somebody who's setting up a business to charge people £100 a time.
Gosh.
For the honour of an hour of their time helping them record their PIP assessment. £100.
Okay, well then surely the nature of capitalism and business means that everyone will go to the free place, huh?
You'd think so, if there were many of those free places available.
Well, so your premise was false in that it's not a either or. And you're telling me that in some places the free help doesn't exist.
That's right.
Okay, well then...
And in some places it does. Okay. And in some places the free help exists and the charged service exists.
Okay.
But it's also very new, because these things are so very new, that whereas you've got one group of people who are helping people for nothing, you've got one group of people who are taking some money for it. I wouldn't like to say taking advantage. I wouldn't want to seem biased in any way.
Well, no, because no one's being forced to pay the money.
No. Well, not everyone can afford that money anyway.
Well, then if they can't afford that money, then they won't pay that money, so they won't go to that business. No?
Unless they're so worried about their assessment that they, for example, take out a loan or a credit card.
So when did this happen to you?
It's not happened to me, it's something that's happening.
To whom?
Throughout
To
the
whom
country
do you know who it's happened? To whom?
It's happening in Liverpool right now.
Yeah, to who do you know who it's happened to?
I know that there is a business in Liverpool that's been set up.
I'll try a third time. Who do you know?
At a time.
Yeah, who do you know?
I'm not going to say a name of people, but I know that it's...
But so you know, you personally know
right
people it's
now.
happened to?
Yeah, so on the one hand, there is a facility only just...
Yeah, that's free, and one you have to pay for. I get that. Well,
Yep. But both have only started this week.
Okay, I mean, well, are these people
So
related?
it's about getting people's opinions on those scenarios.
Are you related to the people that it's affected?
Oh, personally, I'm someone that's been through the PIP assessment process.
Right.
So when I heard that, there are people who have got off the back.
Sorry,
to
you don't.
support
Sorry, I'm
people.
really confused,
That's
Jen.
one
I'm really
thing.
confused, Jen. Has it happened to people that you know personally?
What's happened is I know that there's both of these services available.
No, Jen. I'm asking a really specific question for, I think, maybe the fourth or
Yeah,
fifth
I know
time.
you are, and that's my answer.
Well, you're not answering the question. So do you personally know people that this has happened to?
I know people who have used the free service.
Right, great. So you
I
don't know
that
anyone
the
who's paid?
service is available.
Right.
Not as yet.
I'm struggling to. So you don't know anyone that's actually done this. So maybe you don't know if this business is actually getting any business.
I know the business has been set up.
Right, but you don't know if anybody's
But it's
utilising the business.
Well, I hope that they don't need to. I hope you think so too.
Please don't tell me. Well, you can hope that that I think whatever, but what I think is what I think.
Of course.
Thank you. I don't quite understand. You want me to go? Yes, you're right. That's what you phoned up for, yeah?
No.
You want to go, no,
what I
you're
would
wrong.
like to know, what I'd like to know is what people is whether we think that.
Why would you like to know? Why would you like to know this? What difference will it make to your life?
What I'd like to know is I'd like to know if there's a necessity for people to need to use a professional service to record having an assessment, which they should be able to rely on anyway.
Well, the PIP forms are very, very
Worry about
difficult to
the
fill in,
record.
as you know. The whole assessment process is very, very difficult, of course, as you know. Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? That's the crux of the matter.
Is it?
Whether should
I don't
should
know.
any
I
of
seem
these
to be making
actually
more
be-
headway in this conversation than you are. Why does it matter to you what other people think about this?
Because I'm not sure how to take it. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay, well, so let's assume that most people agree with you and it's abhorrent. Then what?
So, how many other towns and cities might set up a service?
Oh, God,
where
I don't know. I thought
they
you
are
knew the
charging
stats.
People?
I don't know.
I know. Oh, I know how many towns it's free in at the moment.
Okay, Jen, I'm getting ever so slightly confused, but I wish you the very, very best of luck.
Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you. I don't know what was going on there, really. I mean, let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Ian?
Yeah?
What were racist about that stream when it were live?
Dean, were you looking at it?
Yeah, I were in it.
You were in it, and you couldn't tell what was racist?
I were bigging you up on a lot of shows on talk radio.
Okay, brilliant. Well, I mean, there was quite... Dean, thanks for your call, mate.
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah.
I didn't see... I didn't see... I know a lot... For a fact I didn't do it, but I didn't see any racist...
Okay, Dean. Okay, Dean. Thank you so much for your call. I do appreciate it. Let's go to line... I've gone. Okay, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I just got a feeling that this is going to be another one of those phone calls tomorrow. I just feel it's going to be another one of those phone calls tomorrow. And, What have you got, Catherine?
Yeah. All right, let's do a woman doing battle with a snake in a toilet.
Here we go!
How can we go wrong with that? Woman battled with a snake in her bathroom after it attacked her as she sat on the toilet. Imagine the horror of it. Horrific pictures show the bathroom walls, oh my God, and floor covered in blood after the reptile sank its fangs into her thigh. Her daughter took to Facebook to describe how the reptile had been coiled in the toilet before the nightmare incident unfolded in Thailand. All right, okay, Thailand, a place where the snakes are not messing about. Chunya says her mum grabbed the snake by the head to try to loosen it from her thigh, but it tightened its grip as blood poured from her leg. The woman screamed for her children to help before Chunya entered with a knife and a hammer. And her phone, she took lots of pictures.
She entered the snake?
No, the bathroom.
Oh, sorry, I do apologise.
All right, so her mum's gone in the loo for 5 minutes peace, and then there's screaming and blood everywhere. She explained, my mum used the cutter on the snake, but the skin was so rough that she accidentally cut herself about 3 centimetres deep. My mum almost lost consciousness while the snake continued squeezing. It's a big one. Look at the size of that.
Oh, I would love to find a snake in my house. I'd chop its head off with a shovel.
What? Where do you keep your shovels? Not in the toilet.
I do, actually. Because of the cat litter tray.
That little plastic thing.
Yes.
I don't know how, but my mother finally got the snake to stop biting her. She pushed the head onto the floor and screamed for my brother to get a hammer. And after some hitting, the snake finally stopped squeezing. My brother pulled her out of the toilet and locked the snake inside. I think he means out of the bathroom. I don't think she was actually in the toilet.
Right, okay.
The woman was taken to hospital and treated with stitches for her bite wound. Chunya and added, my mum is so brave, I would have fainted. I learned always to look in the toilet before using it, even if it seems impossible for a snake to be inside. Earlier this month, a pensioner in Trang, southern Thailand, was left shaken after finding an angry king cobra lurking behind his washing machine.
Oh, man, what is going on in this crazy world?
Saikon Sayan, 60, first became aware of the snake while taking a bath as he heard a noise reminiscent of a water leak from behind the machine at his home. Glancing at the device located in his bathroom, he immediately saw the snake's tail pointing out from behind the machine. Terrified, he leapt out of the bath, grabbed a towel and ran out the house to call for help.
Because I constantly, with the 4 cats, the 2 that go out, although they don't really go out anymore, it's gone weird, but I constantly have other live creatures in my house, like mice, and I think I've had a rat in there as well, that they bring in. Mucky brings them in, and she doesn't finish them.
No, she toys with them and
toys
then leaves
them,
them.
gets bored, then leaves them. And then Patty, the baby, one of the babies, then grabs it and just runs around the house with a mouse in her mouth and doesn't know what to do with it. So snakes, no, thank you, no.
No, not for me either.
Not for me. We'll take some more calls straight to in a minute. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show where the owls are not what they seem.
Do you or have you ever watched Twin Peaks?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
There it is.
I love that delay. I love that. Here we go. It's like you're in an old car going up a hill, and it's going to make you get to the top of the hill, and there's a moment of and then it releases. But the phones are really busy, so let's take some calls. Let's go. We're taking calls straight to air for the last 45 minutes of the show before the excellent Daryl Morris comes in. Let's try line 5. 5, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. It's Kate from Glasgow.
Hello, Kate from Glasgow.
How are you?
Frustrated because I'm looking at buying a computer monitor. This is so boring, and I don't know anything about it. And every time I go to buy one, someone goes, "No, don't get that one. That's not what you need." So I'm scared. But how are you, Kate?
I'm sure you can find some. I'm very well. I have been in the chat for about half an hour now on YouTube, and I've been called a racist, I've been called anti-Semitic, a Nazi, all because I have a different opinion from a lot of people on there. Obviously, I'm accepting of Brexit. I was a Leave voter.
But why are you talking about what? So what are you talking about in the chat?
Everybody is just saying it. So, I mean, the guy who was on before, I can't remember his name. But
don't worry about that. We're talking about you. Why are you not just sitting in the chat, enjoying the chilled vibes of the show and having a laugh and arguing about summer wine?
I was.
But then why did someone call you a Nazi? What did you say to be called a Nazi?
Well, everybody was posting about Israel. And I just said, why does everybody seem to support Israel?
Oh, do you know what? No. What is this?
I don't understand
No, I'm talking to you. What is this? We've got a bunch of 11-year-olds arguing. A bunch of 11-year-olds left in the room for the first time on their own. They're all arguing. I don't want to hear it. I'm trying to do. No. You phoned up to tell me about it. I'm doing a fun, light-hearted radio show. I don't want to know about your views on Israel. Couldn't care less.
What do you want to talk about then? What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about
anything.
No. Do you know what? Nah.
I'll talk about anything with you, Ian. I'm very open to everybody's opinion on everything.
Nah.
If you want to do light-hearted, I'll do light-hearted.
No, it don't work like that, though, does it? That's not how life works. You've come running to teacher because you're upset, but you're having a discussion about Israel in a YouTube chat on a light-hearted, silly show.
No, I wasn't. Everybody else was.
But so why were you? Why were you called a Nazi then? Because you expressed an opinion on Israel, right?
Because I said,
so you were talking about Israel in the chat.
No, they were talking about Israel. I said I don't support Israel.
So you, hey, can I break it to you, Katie? You saying you don't support Israel is talking about. No, that's not what I've said. Listen, you saying you don't support Israel is you talking about Israel. That's obvious, right? You know that.
Well, yeah.
Right. So you were talking about Israel.
Question that somebody's asked.
So you were talking about Israel. You just said you weren't. I can't be bothered, mate. I'm trying to do a radio show. Flipping heck! Oh, man. Please, sir. I wasn't talking about it.
Hello?
Hello, line one.
Who's that?
This is Ian.
Oh, as I was going over the Cork and Kerry Mountains.
What?
I met Dr. Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, then I produced my razor. I said, hand over that money or the devil, he may take you. La-da-doo, la-da-dee-da-da-da. Wait for my daddy-o, wait for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o. Me, I like sleeping, especially in Molly's chamber. But then in walked Dr. Farrell.
Yes.
And said, boy, I'm gonna get you. I said, I pulled out my pistol and I shot him with both barrels.
Yes.
Da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da.
For all the hilarity that brought us, it amused Andre more.
Kath, what's happening? I don't understand.
I think that might have been a wrong number.
I think every call tonight has been a wrong number. I think every call that we've had this evening has been an actual wrong number. Did we do the quarter past break? I think we did. I haven't even got that to go to.
Yeah.
Let's have a second. Let's just have a second. Everyone just chill. Everyone just cool out, guys. Right? Let's just chill out. I don't understand. The second call made more sense than the first. I'll give you that. But only just. It's really simple. It's really simple. You just got to block the chat in YouTube. I mean, we did it in here. We never had a problem. We just blocked people straight away. But if we haven't got a team of mods, you need a team of mods because this is a very successful show. Just turn off chat in the thing. That's it. It's that simple, guys. I don't know what's going on, Kath. I want to cry. Let's go to line... Oh, my screen's been a little bit digga-dum-dum. Let's go to line one. One, you're on the wireless.
Hi, good evening, Ian and Katherine.
Hello.
This is Steve. I was a bit nervous coming on air, and okay, you've got a mixed bag at the moment, so I'm a bit tentative what reception I'll receive. I'm hoping to lift the quality slightly.
Okay, good. I like that. Someone with high hopes.
Your show is the only radio show I really, really like, and I've avoided calling for so long, as Billy Joel would say, for the longest time.
Right.
Now, I've got four points in mind, so...
Let's just have a conversation, let's just say them.
Right. I was very interested in your, and I can't believe I'm calling because I've thought about this so much. I'll go on with it. I understand. You hope I'm not talking too loud. I was interested in your call on Friday night with Iain, I believe it was, who had a stammer.
Yes.
But didn't actually stammer on air, and that kind of prompted me to get on air. I think you're spot on with your interpretation, your insight into those kind of subjects. Like you said, the waiting. I find like confidence. When you asked him, you said when he's assessing himself, does he expect how many out of 10? And he said, I think it was 5 or 6. And you said you expected that, and you came across as an 8.
Right.
And I relate to that because I can be fairly confident when I start talking, but when I think about calling up and coming on air, I think, oh my God, I might be a 5, and that's what it is really. It's just kind of stage fright, and then I know that I can be an 8, but and then the waiting. If waiting, it kind of gets worse. And then when you get on air, it's not so bad sometimes. If you I just keep saying it, as you say, and like you said, he only thought about it when he said the word stammer because he was thinking about it. That's how it was with me. It's like I worry about how I'll come across in the quality, and
the quality is excellent. The sound quality, the vocal quality is excellent. Let's get on to what's your next point, because I'm loving this.
10 out of 10. Right, 10 out of 10. Energy. I'm interested in vibes and energy, and I was interested in you saying tonight you're getting into that a bit recently. I really noticed that your energy to me seems really different since the new year. I can hear the difference, and I appreciate, like you said, making changes and stuff. So it does come across, So that's energy. That's the second point.
Second point, loving it. Yeah.
Third point is I'm very into quizzes, and
yes, man.
And I've got many a quiz up my sleeve for you, but they've been lying dormant up my sleeve.
Dormant sleeves. So, great band. Great band.
And speaking about strawberries on the brain, is it an apt moment to challenge you to a quiz, or shall I leave it till give you a quiz?
Ask me anything, and I'll know the answer.
Right. Oh, that's a challenge because I've got photographic memory. Well, okay. 2 songs beginning with the word. 2 songs. I've gone blank on what the 2 songs were.
Where's your photographic memory? How can you go blank if you've got photographic memory? It's those pictures that after a minute the picture fades.
Yeah, no, that was short-term. That was something you said tonight I went blank on. Who did, Don't I Know It's the End of the World, early 60s song?
Sorry?
Female singer, early 60s, Don't I Know It's At the End of the World, I think it's called.
Don't they know it's the end of the world? She did a version of it. Karen Carpenter will take.
Did she? It was a one-hit wonder, I believe.
Don't they know? Let me think. 'Cause I do know this. I do know.
What was that you said? Anything I ask you, tell me, because you know.
Don't they know it's the... Don't they know it's the end... Oh, it's the wonderful Skeeter Davis.
Yes.
Skeeter Davis is great.
Brilliant. Because it's an unusual name and it's a one-hit wonder, so that's great.
She did some great albums, Skeeter Davis. I had a couple of Skeeter Davis albums I got in a charity shop. Yeah, she was brilliant. Kind of country. She kind of was quite a big country.
That's great because the nuances, you know the kind of the nuances. Can I challenge you at the moment to speaking of strawberries on the brain? Can I challenge you to a fruit-based music quiz?
Not tonight, but thank you. Okay, I miss you, Kath. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Now we've got the vibe. Fantastic times. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered night talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
You're not in tomorrow, are you?
No.
I might not be. I might not be. I'm that close. I'm that close.
03444991000 if you want to give us a ring. That's the number. All right, here we go. Here's a nice little story for you, you art fans. Sir Anthony Gormley has condemned the use of phones to take photos and selfies at art exhibitions, right? The Angel of the North, that big metal thing. The Angel of the North sculptor, 69, said it would be absolutely legitimate to ban mobiles inside galleries after he was forced to ask visitors to put their devices away when viewing his installation at London's Royal Academy last year. The cave, made from 100 tons of sheet steel, presents a dark maze of walk-through chambers. Here's one for the art fans, of which we have so many, Ian. Anthony Gormley saying you shouldn't be able to take pictures of his art installations, or indeed inside galleries at all. Sir Anthony said his installation was totally wrecked, with people using their phones either to light your way or take photographs. It was a cave. We had to say, please don't use your phone because you'll ruin your own experience and everyone else's. Exhibition visitors now put a selfie opportunity in, and I was there mindset above everything else, he warned. Although his work often involves participation from others, Sir Anthony admitted he's resistant to the increasing influence of the virtual in our lives. It's that thing of artists wanting you to experience and remember things from experience rather than having to continually record things. And if it's not recorded, it's like it never happened.
Exactly, you've got to record everything. Otherwise, I mean, Limmy was showing, I'm a big fan of Limmy. And he was showing a video on his Twitch stream of people at an Aqua concert. Bizarrely, an Aqua concert. And the lead singer from Aqua, what's her name?
Oh.
Lana, something like that, isn't it? Don't Google it.
Oh,
we know
I've got
this.
to, I don't know her name.
We know this. We know. Here's someone who'll know it. Don't Google it.
I won't.
Line 2 is Natalia. Yeah. What is the lead singer? What is the lead singer from Aqua's name?
Aqua.
Yeah, the lead.
Some woman, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough.
That narrows it down.
Let's try this one. Line 1. Yeah, what is the lead singer from they're gone. Okay, fine. Go on, Google it, because I know it. It's Iguela, Lula,
okay.
The Pia, no. Go on.
Lena. Crawford Nystrom.
I wouldn't have got that last bit. Lena. And so people are at an Aqua concert in 2019. That's fine. People want to do that. And then she comes out into the audience and let me point it out perfectly. They're filming her, which is great. And then when she looks away, they're looking at the phone to check the pictures. And he said, and this is part of the thing, that the person that you have paid to see is stood in front of you and you're looking at your phone.
I've seen that picture and she was, a school ruler away from them. She was really close up.
Yeah.
To the point where they obviously felt weird about looking at their phones while she was there.
Yeah.
She would notice. And yet they did. As soon as she looked away, they were having a quick check to make sure they got it all locked.
Having a little check. And then there's one guy, like one row back, just staring at her, grinning, loving it. I want to take less photos. I've probably got 100,000 photos I've taken on phones over the years, at least. Some on hard drive, some are lost forever.
Yeah.
And it's pointless.
I've started printing up the good ones. Because otherwise they get lost. My phone is probably on its last legs. I've noticed that the battery's been very quick to run out recently, and it's going to go at some point and I won't be able to get it open again. So I'm getting any photo that I think is worth keeping, I'm getting it printed up. You can get some good apps these days where you can get virtually for nothing. You can get a photo book or a decent print.
Oh, well, for free. You pay postage. Free Prints is the one I use, but there are loads of them. There's one called like Picture Fish or Fish Print or something. I don't know. But there's loads of them out there, and you get free actual photos. Yeah. I love it. And every time me and the boys go and do something, we get a little book, hardback book, spend a little bit extra, get a nice little hardback book printed up, getting a nice little library sorted out. And, wonderful. I tell you what I want to buy. Here's what I want to buy. 0344 499 1000. Call straight to it. And I can breathe. Here's what I want to buy. I want to buy an actual, proper pirate's treasure chest.
Oh, yeah.
Proper one.
How big?
A proper one.
Like a trunk?
Not as big as a trunk. Just a little bit smaller than a trunk. Not quite trunk size. Trunks are big.
Okay.
But I want a treasure chest, because I've got a box folder and I'm putting lots of things like, some tickets from Rome and, like school play, what do they call the brochures, booklets?
Programmes.
That's it. And stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, actually, I want this in a proper treasure chest with a key that I lock. And every time, just go and put stuff in there. And you don't even need to look in there. Every now and then you might have a little, oh, what's this? But just put stuff in there. And one day, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 60 years
You'll
later, when I'm dead, bury it. 60 years later, when I'm dead, they'll go, what's in that treasure chest that your granddad always kept? What is it? Oh my God. It's actual treasure. It's actual treasure.
Yeah.
That's what I want. So I'm on the lookout, but it's got to be the right one. I'm going to choose it, and I'm going to choose I've said I'm going to choose it. I've looked. You don't get many treasure chests on Amazon. I want a proper one, a weighty one.
Right, I was going to say.
But I don't want one of those horrible brown battered metal trunks that
what you're looking at is more kind of toy box size.
Treasure chests. I don't understand why that's such a difficult...
Well, treasure chests, I would suggest. They probably didn't go to a treasure chest shop. It was probably just a trunk.
Yeah, I want... I want a treasure chest, is what I want. Size. I don't understand why that's difficult. Pirate open treasure chest. He doesn't open a trunk.
A trunk?
A trunk.
But it would have been a trunk to start with.
No, it was a treasure chest.
You didn't buy purpose-built treasure chests.
Can you believe this, guys? We are... Russia... Putin has changed the laws in Russia to keep him in power even longer. Australia is burning. Iran, who knows what's going on there? And we're arguing about whether a pirate would use a treasure chest or a trunk.
Definitely a trunk.
I don't think it was a... I don't think it was a trunk. 0344 499 1000. And that's the end of the YouTube stream for this evening, guys. That's the end of the YouTube stream.
Well, this is why you have to experiment.
We just wanted to see what it looked like. Now you know. You know. Phone call tomorrow. Ian, did you have to mention that on air? Yeah, I did, because I don't want to be associated with that. Oh, God, this world. What goes on in your heart? I tell you what we need. Let's listen to a little bit of Skeeter Davis, because Skeeter Davis is... No, actually, let's take this call. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi.
Turn the radio off!
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, listen, right, Ian?
Yes,
Two
sir.
facts for you, yeah?
Yeah.
Southend's flooding, because the waves are coming over the seawall, yeah? When I was down there today. Also, I'm looking for a female chest myself.
Thank you very much indeed. This is Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
Tomorrow I have to go to the doctors, and as I have to go every 2 months now to get my repeat prescription for my antidepressants. I have to go in there and go, how has it been? It's great. How's Christmas? Beautiful. Any problems? No, absolutely fine.
But it doesn't seem to make any difference to to the way they treat you, does it?
No, it doesn't. I mean, back in the day, I wonder if I'm in Buckinghamshire, and I think someone said it's just a Bucks thing, and I don't know. I don't know. But back in the day, I would just get a repeat prescription, and every 6 months, the pharmacist would just take me into a private room and say, "I'm going to ask you a few questions about this, as you've been on this for 6 months now. Any problems?" And I would say, "I can't ejaculate, but, you know, that's fine. It's a pharmacist, so I feel comfortable talking about that stuff with them." Then one step down from, talk about stuff. And that was it. And that was fine. But that was like every 2 months. And it just feels... I feel humiliated. They're very nice. But it does just feel a little bit like...
Yeah, especially as you've been kind of taking back control of your life bit by bit.
Yeah.
And that's that one thing you've got to go and ask for. And I don't really get what they're trying to... Are they monitoring you? Because when you say you're feeling good, it doesn't change the way things are dealt with, does it?
No, I don't know. There's a very nice woman I go and see, and it's literally 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Everything okay? Yeah.
Is she checking it's still you taking the prescription?
No, I don't think it's that. I suppose they want to see if I'm like swinging wildly low. And then I said to her last time, I said, "I'm really worried if I keep coming in and telling you I'm fine, that you'll take me off this." Because that's a whole different conversation to be had. I want to come off it at some point if I can. I've tried coming off it and it didn't. It was horrible. I could possibly be on it for the rest of my life. Okay, that's something. I would like another attempt at some point at coming off it, but under my terms.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh no, we wouldn't do that." So what am I doing in here? What the hell am I doing in here, lady?
Is it just to cover them, so they can say that they are in regular contact with you?
I don't know. I would have thought with general practitioners it's not a doctor, it's a practitioner, nurse practitioner. But with surgeries under such demand, by the way, I had terrible trouble with Boots the other day, which I don't need to go into. I think I mentioned it enough on Twitter, and they're investigating it. I shall let you know what they say, because I was taking in a copy of a prescription. Oh, it's in the Metro. Shall we read the story?
Oh, is it?
I got an alert. It's in the Metro. Here we go. Iain Lee alleges Boots accused him of copying antidepressants prescription. Let's have a little look at the... let's have a look. Iain Lee has hit out at Boots after he was allegedly accused of giving them a photocopy prescription for his antidepressants. The radio presenter has been open about his mental health and takes antidepressants to deal with his... Anyone? Depression. In a string of tweets today, Iain said he was close to tears after being refused his prescription at Boots Pharmacy. The 46-year-old tweeted... I was going to do an impression of me, and I thought, how do I do that?
Try.
Oh, it's just my... In Boots, I'm being accused of bringing in a photocopy prescription for antidepressants. I feel sick and close to tears. Breathe, innit? Breathe. I'm shaking with fear and shame. She came out and did it in front of everyone. I finally persuaded her to call the doctors after she spent 5 minutes refusing. They're emailing her another prescription. I told she had humiliated and shamed me by doing that in public, especially as I was talking with a nice old lady who was surprised to see the strawberry guy. And she'd do things like that in private. Sick. The former I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here campmate continued, they've used the picture from the Stan and Ollie thing where I don't look good.
Well, you weren't ready for pictures, were you?
Here we go. It goes on and on and on. Iain concluded, I told her she'd handled it terribly and I'd be back in an hour. I came back, the doctor hadn't sent the new prescription, the pharmacist hadn't chased it up. Would I want to wait a bit longer? I told her no, it was a legit script and I'd take it somewhere else. The spokesperson for Boots told metro.co.uk, we are very sorry to hear about Ian's experience in one of our stores. We have reached out to him to find out more information so he can fully look into what happened. The talk radio host is open about his struggle with depression, saying the Samaritans had saved his life 3 times. Then it goes on and on and on. Okay, well that's me, guys. Oh, I wonder if there's any comments. Let's read the comments. Are there any comments? There might not be any comments on this. I like the comments. Attention seeker... I know, view comments. Can I... It'll be attention seeker. Guys, to shut up about it. No, I can't see the comment. I don't think there are any comments yet. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, line
I was
1.
just hearing you saying you're going to go and see the doctor tomorrow.
Yes.
And I was going to ring tomorrow, if you get what I mean, tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
You were saying about your ears, and you have trouble on the...
Say that again. She just dropped out.
Sorry. You said about your ears, and you have real trouble on the aeroplane.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah, and also you said about learning how to blow your nose.
No one taught me. No one taught me how to do it.
I had some interesting times with tonsils when I was a kid.
Yeah, interesting times with tonsils.
Are you okay with this?
I'm
and
great.
I discovered that, what's it called? The dangly bit at the back of your mouth.
Your epiglottis.
What it's called.
Was it called your epiglottis?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think so. I'm not sure. But anyway, the top of your palate, at the back of it, above it is where your nose cavity is. But at the very back of it, there's 2 folds of skin, one above the other, on both sides.
Yeah.
And in between that folds of the skin is where the hole is for the eustachian tube that goes to your ears.
Okay.
And mine used to block up.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. And I found that I could actually get me...
Just for a second. Hang on, just for a second. Is anybody else feeling very, very uncomfortable in the throat area now?
Yeah.
It's weird, but I'm enjoying it. But enough weird. Go on. You found you could get your tongue where?
Just to those corners where in between, where these 2 little shells of skin are, and in the corners.
It's a horrible call.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't try it now, right? It'll get you confused.
Oh,
it took a little while to work. But when you're seeing the doctor tomorrow, explain about the not blowing your nose, the eustachian tubes being blocked, and they might be able to suck it out.
Suck it out?
Sorry?
What did you say? They might be able to suck it out?
Sort it out.
Oh, your phone dropped out at a very precise moment that made me think you'd said suck it out.
Can you hear the waterfall? I'll just go over to it a bit further.
Sorry?
You and your Star Trek theme thing. Can you hear that?
Sounds like you're having a waz.
It's a massive waterfall.
I love water. Is there any waterfall in existence that actually has a secret tunnel behind it?
Well, if this one has, it's got a size for a mouse.
Okay, well, there you go. Mark, thank you very much indeed. There is something so beautiful about a waterfall, isn't there?
Yes.
Isn't there? There's nothing... Well,
it's your original water feature, isn't it? On your original rockery.
You're supposed to get... Cats don't like still water. They like drinking from moving water.
My cat is obsessed with the toilet. In fact, I had to fish her out of there yesterday. She was trying to drink out of it.
Oh, my cats come in when I'm doing a number 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that going on, and it's weird. And Lucky starts crying and rubbing her cat-gina against the toilet.
Right.
What is that about?
Nah.
I know, exactly. So you're supposed to buy little waterfalls for the cats to drink from. Not a chance. Yes, line 1.
Hello?
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 Hello? And they're gone.
Just checking the line. No, I'm not buying anything else expensive for my cat, because what I find is if I buy a purpose-built for cat products, she's not interested. What she wants is the box it came in, the paper that it was wrapped in, and anything placed on the floor that's not hers.
For most of us, having a giggle is a pleasure, but unfortunate student Billie Hodgson collapses every time she guffaws. Guffaws. We talked about this yesterday.
Yes.
Guffaws. As we reported yesterday, the 17-year-old has the rare brain condition cataplexy, where any strong emotion, particularly chortling, can make her pass out. But there are plenty of unusual for funny, disorders like hers that are frankly no laughing matter.
Well.
So,
but we're going to list them for your pleasure.
Willy woes.
What?
1 in 6 million boys is born with diphallia. What do you think that is?
2 willies.
Yep. They're typically similar size and those affected can urinate from both. One is usually removed at an early age through surgery. No. Let the boy reach sexual puberty. Puberty, I believe it's been abbreviated to in the last 100 years. And then let him decide, A, if he wants to get rid of them, and B, which one does he want to get rid of?
Exactly, because you don't know, do you?
Which one does he want to get rid of? Looking peaky. So-called Alice in Wonderland syndrome causes sufferers to see objects that are close to them as much smaller than they really are. As if they're looking through the wrong end of a telescope. It's named after Lewis Carroll's fictional character and often linked to migraines. But why is the headline there, looking peaky? So you're looking ill, I suppose, but it doesn't really...
No.
Doesn't really work, does it? Yes, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hiya. Back to the pirate thing.
Yes?
It's the trunk.
Sorry?
And I know that because it's a trunk. I'm a pirate.
Sounds legit.
She sounds Ethiopian pirates.
I'm actually, yep, I'm a Sheppey pirate. I come from the Isle of Sheppey in Kent.
Right.
And we spend lots of weekends through the year reenacting 17th century pirates.
Okay.
And if you were to obtain a chest, you would look for a
trunk.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question, pirate. When was the last time you were on a boat?
We actually did have a ship that we used to call the Salty Sea Pig.
When was the last time you were on a boat, please, pirate?
Would have been July.
And was the boat out at sea?
Oh, yes. It's docked in Queenborough.
So, but did it go out? Did that boat sail with you on it?
Not that one, but the pirates do quite often go out on the ship.
But a trunk to me is like from the 40s, and you would take it when you were travelling. That's not a treasure chest.
Well, pirates didn't actually... I'm going to probably shatter loads of illusions about pirates now.
Here we go.
Pirates didn't actually go looking for treasure and gold, in gold and silver and...
This woman's a foot.
No, they didn't. That's Disney.
Fake. Disney didn't go doing that. He made cartoons.
Yeah, but he also made up a lot of stories. They used to... Anything they could plunder off of other ships would be considered treasure. So, tea, sugar, literally anything they could steal.
And they would put they would put the tea in a tea chest. I don't want a tea chest.
Well, it would be in barrels.
No. Tea comes in... No, this woman is a fraud. Tea comes in big, square boxes of very pale wood. It's a tea chest.
These days.
These days. What's your name, pirate?
My pirate name's Ember.
Yeah.
But my name's Rachel.
And do you all rut?
What?
Are all the pirates rutting away on the ship?
If you go down to Brixham in the summer, you will find us fighting on ships. We do close combat sword fighting.
And that is a euphemism.
We blow stuff out of cannons.
Oh, I want to fire a cannon! I want to fire a cannon at Katherine.
Come to the Isle of Sheppey and I'm sure I can arrange that for you.
Oh, when are you? I tell you what. Do you know what? I'm up for that. I'm sure Katherine is as well. When are you guys and gals, getting up to your pirate shenanigans again?
Piracy, I think they call
Piracy.
it.
That's a well, I know there's a word. Yes.
We're taking the baby cannon out 22nd of March.
Yeah.
And that'll be down in a place called Miners Bay, which is hold on, where's Miners Bay? Whitstable. Down in Whitstable.
I know Whitstable very well. Send me an email, and if we're free, we'd love to come along.
That'd be great.
Send us an email, ian@ianlee.com, and if we're free, I would love to come along. I would love to fire a cannon so much. We just got invited to hang out with some pirates.
Brilliant.
Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless. Hello.
It's me mate's phone, lad. He's just having a burst once.
Okay, lovely. That's great. Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, is that Ian?
Yeah, is that Jeffrey?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Does it go straight through?
You've gone straight through, yes. Like a fine curry.
Jeez. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, we've been taking calls straight to air for the last hour, so if you've been listening, you would have known that was what was happening. We've only got about 2 minutes left. Jeffrey, we've got 2 minutes left, so let's just forget all the chit-chat. Let's just get straight to the point.
Okay. Let's get straight to the point. Come on, baby. So, tell me about what...
Oh, no, let's try... I mean, let's try line 2. You're on the wireless.
Just having a bit.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
I've got Radio 5.
There we go. Okay, well, that's the end of the phone calls tonight.
Everyone have a drink of water and go to bed, please.
That's the end of the phone calls tonight. That's the end of the phone calls tonight. Daryl. Hello, mate.
Hello, guys. Well, wow.
Wowzers.
Daryl, have a seat.
Thank you so much. That's great. I've been kneeling for the most part the last few nights.
He's wearing the green Farrah shirt that we love so much.
This is an issue, though, now, because every time I wear it, it's going to be noted, it's going to become a thing. I can't just subtly
I
wear
jot
it.
it down in my diary every time.
James Max does that as well on the other side of the day. He always points out when I've got a grey shirt on, so I've written off all of my grey shirts and this green Farrah shirt.
Don't succumb, because he wears the same stuff all the time.
I don't wear the same stuff all the... You never seen the radio...
I don't think I've actually have ever seen that.
So I don't wear the same stuff all the time, Catherine.
Trying to make him feel better. Why don't you help me?
Because I'm bullying him. This is what we have to bully him because he's a young talent that's rising up, and I want him to lose all confidence. So I keep working. That's how it works in the male industry.
That makes a lot of sense now. That's a few things that just clicked into place. Hey, the award-winning Iain Lee radio show.
The award-nominated.
Oh, award-nominated.
Yeah.
And actually, the stupid, awful thing about that is I was in the room. I went to the...
Very nice. It's very, very flattering to be nominated. I'm not going to the awards, but that's by the by. We'll discuss that at a later date.
Oh, right. I did a little whoop in the room.
Did you?
Yeah, I did a little whoop.
Was it just you?
Did they notice?
It was just me.
There were people walking away going, geez, what's that?
I also think your agent was in the room.
Yeah.
Was he?
And
I don't remember what he looks like,
He didn't do a whoop, so I think that's at least 5%.
Are you saying you want to represent me?
I think that's at least 5% to me.
I'm up for it. What is on your show? You've got until 58:45.
58:45. I can meander through this.
Take time.
Okay, we're getting around the world again a bit tonight. Donald Trump's impeachment has been given a start date, so we're going to go to the United States of America to get the lowdown on that. We're also going to be in Australia. So, you know, the great thing about doing this show is we've been able to obviously be in Australia a lot and cover this part of the world quite extensively, which started off with the news angle, and then it sort of descended into what the hell are the government doing, and now it's kind of gone into the territory of covering those incredible stories of incredible people doing amazing things, risking their lives to go in and tackle the fires, to try and drag the animals out. We're going to speak to a woman tonight who's referred to as the Wombat Whisperer, and she's literally... You know, she's going in. She's wading into the fires to try and pull wombats out.
Incredible number of stories of,
Amazing.
heroism and stuff there. It's,
Amazing. It's very, very intense, isn't it? It's very intense. The very best of humanity, I think. And also
sorry to interrupt. Why are you using that computer?
I don't know.
This is a really fancy thing, and you're using that old piece of junk.
I know. I have no explanation for it.
I find you so confusing. I'm so fascinating. That's the thing. So fascinating.
Thank you.
Daryl's up next. We're back. I'm back. Well, who knows? This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.